One day, Asiatic Ruler, and I just like to say that, in honor of the Father Allah, the rally starts at 2 o'clock, and this is it. So big. Huh? So big. That's right. I published the Son of Man and Nation's Universal newspaper, and born from the Universal Share of God, the key, and I tell you, it's time to build. It's definitely time to build. Today's mathematics and wisdom understanding, all being born of power. And we have the power. It's the truth. And the truth is that Allah gave us, the science of everything in life. Love, peace, and happiness. And the only way that you can really be a master in my world, is to leave the drugs and alcohol alone. This is just for me. For the babies. You can go into those, it's just a world. To be Lord and Master of that world, you have to leave it alone. I just like to say that I'm read a little something from the Son of Man. In the name of the true and living God is Allah. I greet the nation of the God of the earth in the highest respect of the universe, which is peace. First of all, I would like to give all praise to Allah for giving us His mind, which is knowledge and stuff.
You was going to do the work today? Yeah. That's a beautiful thing.
And build this nation to the best of self. He added on to the cycle mentally and physically. He taught us to be masters in life and the use of drugs and alcohol, which will take us down to 6. You only get out of this unless you go to 7, and that's the knowledge of Allah, who is God. By leaving it alone, your mind will be clearer, and you will be able to think and live life as He has shown us to live it. And one day in the body gives us the power to be right and exact to the fullest part of our mind is Allah God. And in all reality, man must strive to do the right thing and the right reason. Just save the children and keep them from making the same mistake as we did when we were coming up. So that they can be better than us. But that's what it's about, them being better than us. The children are the greatest. And I just like to say that, we must teach the babies in all things that we do. And to be right, nobody in the world in life is perfect. To be right, you have to do the right thing for the right reason, as I said. Take a fucking do the share of God. And this is the knowledge that Allah gave to the elder gods. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of children are not getting it. The way it was then, that's the way it is now. And the thing about that is that we must build animals. I don't care who you may be, or who you may think you are. Life is what it is. And the knowledge itself is not easy. Learn it a day at a time. So we learn our lesson. We study a lesson, and then, we learn how to code a lesson. But the thing about the lesson is that you have to learn to live. But this is life on your own terms. So I just like to say peace, to everybody that's out there. Somebody on the door. If you want to get in touch with me about the Son of Man, you can Gmail me at asiatic@gmail.com. And you can get this subscription of the Son of Man. And with that, I just like to say peace.
Asiatic Ruler. Age to the gods. Say, wisdom, understanding, right?
Stop playing. Stop playing.
Well, that's how it happened. Person be playing, whether it's playing with steel or not. They start playing, they start seeing things. Now, this is wisdom, understanding. I look at my man Sha Sha. I'm gonna tell you this why I'm actually here. I ain't been in Parliament so long. But Black Seed Sha Sha, my main man, physically expired on the born day of this month. Been a tough 2 years for me. Wisdom cipher, wisdom culture, wisdom cipher, wisdom power. Lost my firstborn. He was 58 years old last January. Then I lost my first seed, brother I taught, brother named Ramesh. Taught him while he was fighting the war in Vietnam. Came to the knowledge of himself in 66, 67. Left my house on Thanksgiving of 65, and in January, he was in Vietnam fighting the war. January 66. Shasha came home from Atlantic Avenue in February 1965. Came out, told me this black man's God stuff. Dr. Muhammad. At the time, he was telling me this guy, even before that, before our father made himself known. And it was like, the law was the mind, black man's mind. A whole lot of little splinter groups from the nation, call them renegade Muslims and all kinds of stuff. The teachings from the mosque was filtering in the street. Shasha was persistent and annoying. We trying to get high. We trying to sell drugs. We trying to party. Trying to wear alligator shoes, beaver hat, shopping at Phil Plum Fields. I don't know if anybody know about all these things. You know? I mean, I'll be God this year, 76, 77. You know, I was knowledge equality, knowledge God. When Shasha came home with this persistence in these strange teachings, he was the only one that knew what them brothers from across the park was talking about. Them peace brothers. The Medina firstborn. I remember telling them, man, are you talking that same stuff that they're talking about? Herbert and Gino and them, Egyptian and them. Nobody want to hear that. That was over 60 years ago. Shasha was so persistent with me. And the thing about Shasha was, Shasha stuttered. Took him a long time to get his words out. And at that time, very few of us had any lessons written down on paper. You know, it was like word from your mouth to the ear to your heart. From one brother's heart, through his mouth, to another brother's ear, to that brother's heart. That's how we learned. You went home and written it down for yourself, so you could teach somebody else, so you could add on. Very few of us really have it down on paper that we carried around with us. So in my case with Shasha, his study made his teachings so deliberate and detailed. I had to wait. You say, who is the original man? I had to wait for him to get that who out. It made me very detailed myself. These strange teachers, that's how I looked at them at street Islam. I went and got me a Quran and stuff and tried to, like my woman and her sister, they was hanging out with the Medina firstborn. So I was getting it on both ends, from Sha Sha and her coming home with this I self-Lord master stuff. Islam. My brother He was a pimp. Had a lot of women and stuff. And he had a crib around the corner from Jackie's house. I would see the Medina firstborn around there sitting in front of the Seed building. El Rahim and his mama, they lived there too. Am I right?
You're correct.
You know, so I would pick up some of this strange teachings by ear from a distance away. But my main source was the black seed Sha Sha. Sha Sha will be God born this year on July 4th. He was like Shah Built then. Shah Built, doing his duty as a civilized person. He always said, you know, I only taught one person. That was CLI. I didn't have to teach nobody else. Like I said, at the time, in Fort Greene province, in the head of Medina, and him and I was the only ones in the province. Shamgar came up in the province. He lived in this province. He actually was part of us. We had a little gang called the Three Gents. Shamgar's name was Gino. Baltimore's name was Reno. Robert Howard's name was Dino. My name was Diablo. Black Seed Raleigh, he was also part of it, but he was boo-boo. You know. But Sha Sha again. This is what it's all about for me right now. Because see, I have to do this because see, back in those days, we was taught, we was given the instructions. You know, you had to have a black seed and a brown seed. You didn't travel by yourself, you know, or you had black seed, brown seed, yellow seed. You know, you had your own seeds. You know, that's how we traveled. You know, because we couldn't afford to let this system of things with Yaqub's staff kill us or feed us to some wild beasts. And during those times, in those mid-60s, Wilderness, North America was filled with wild beasts. Whether it was in form of drugs, heroin, mostly, you know, of other things of distractions, you know. So again, Joshua come home, he all in my ear, and I'm taking it in, you know, but I'm thinking at that time, this is just a phase we're gonna be going through. It ain't gonna last. When some else newcomers get on that. It wasn't until Darrell, who was taught by the Messiah, he came home. Because Sha Sha and I, when the law came back from Matamon, Rasheen, Akim, Yuki, Shamgar, they came into the projects, told us Allah was home, for us to get crowns and go up there and see. You know, because we was still in our slickness. You know, little capsules of cocaine, $5 capsules, $3 bags of weed, you know, hustling like that. Like I said, wearing alligator shoes, beaver hats. Hustling, street hustlers, you know. So when we came up here, we went up there, went and got us. Actually, I cut the brim off my hat. Cut the brim off, blue cap, cut the brim off. Sha Sha always wanted to be fly, because Sha Sha was a fly, fighting little motherfucker. You know, he could fight, and he could get fly, he could jostle. He was a hell of a pickpocket. You know, these hustlers, these street hustlers. You know, so we get to our little crown. Sha Sha had a crown, a black crown with gold trimming and all these beads and all that job on it. The real superfly stuff for in Islam. We go up here, we get on the train. It was April 4th, 1967. Now I might have been home 2 weeks or something like that. It's that long. Reason why I know, see, that's what mathematics does for us, especially like when you reach these degrees. You know, you got to relate to your math. We used to say as children, mathematics goes on and on. You know, it's simple. From now Sha Born, then it goes on over again. Now it's adding on. And these little things we used to say keep us going. But not only did we say it, we lived it out like that. So on that day, and as I said, Sha Sha, we were teaching word of mouth, from mouth to ear. And I had to quote the fourth degree in the 114. We on the train back and forth. He making me quote the degree, and I quote it like it's in my mind. Oh, no, I don't go like that, go like this. Now we go back and forth, back and forth. We get out off the train station. We didn't know where Allah was at. We knew he was somewhere up here. You get off 125th Street, get off the train station, we get so lost in the degrees that we can't find Allah. And I swear, and I always tell you this, because that's what it reminded me of, that's how young I was. It was like being in the Wizard of Oz, and on the yellow brick road. Those children were running up to us and pulling our legs, talking about, Allah is the God. Allah is the God, no children. And we walking around, because, we stood out, we had our crowns on. At the time, we're talking about 1967. We walking around, everybody but us know where we going. There was a brother standing near the train station on 126th Street in the doorway. He seen us. He said, y'all looking for Allah? They told us where to go. 127th Street, 7th Avenue. We walk down there. We get on the corner. As soon as we get on the corner, it's still daylight now, still daylight. We get on the corner, brothers come to the corner, stop us on the corner, and start examining us. Now, I don't know too much. I have problems with that fourth degree. We already been over the hot Arabian desert. Wow. So, Shasha, he's my teacher. I let him do all the answering. All right? We stand there asking us questions, examining us. Shasha's telling them the answer. So then I'll never forget they asked the question, where was God manifested at? Shasha pops back on a man on the island of Pelon. This is before Bronson was Pelon. Rapper's Island was Pelon, man. That's where most of them brothers and all was up in Rapper's Island. Exactly. Buying education back there. He was all Rapper's Island teaching. That's where it was coming out of, Shasha answered that question like that. They said, oh, no. They went to disputing him about it. God Supreme, who was Qasim, and he wasn't even young God yet. God Supreme was sitting on a milk crate. He was watching it go down. He jumped up on the milk crate and said, I let them brothers through. I know them brothers from Medina. Let them through. It was dark then. That's how long we were standing on that corner being examined. Because to get to the Father, you had to go through the Son. It's high time they let us through, Allah was gone. We didn't get to see him that day. So then Jarrell comes home. He had just been in Africa on the side, teaching that they was teaching on the rock was filtering into the street, man, all the stories, man. The side knocked Jarrell out just by teaching. They didn't touch him. Brothers was causing it to rain in their cells. It was strong. And it was bewildering. So Jarrell and I, we came up here with one of my seeds, brother named God I Love. His name was Gilbert. Well, instead of him changing his name, he just broke down his regular name. Called him Gil, so his name is God I Love. All right, so me, Jarrell, God I Love, we come up, go to the Messiah's house. He was still Korean. He laying there on the couch. Jarrell taps him. Green. He turned over and his eyes was like light bulbs. I mean, he turned over, I said something out of a sci-fi movie. In my mind. And he started teaching from us. Just walk up and just start teaching. You know, when we introduced ourselves to him, my name was Kabah, K-A-B-A-H, King Allah, B-Allah, He. He said, my man's name was Gil, God I Love. He said to me, you ain't God I Love. Talk about my man, my hustling partner. You God I leave. You leaving God. That's what he told him. He looked at me and he said, you, Kabah, you like a black stone in Mecca. You're going to be here forever. And he said, come on. Nothing else. Come on. He took us 127th Street down in the basement where Allah was at. This is the first time I'm meeting Allah. Not seeing him, but meeting him. Got down there. Allah told me, son, you could leave this if you wanted to. He said, the greatest God is a so-called American Negro. Just like the greatest devil is the American white man. So he sat right down there in that basement. But the thing that stuck me and stayed with me is what he told me. Come leave this way if you want to. And it keeps me here. Because just like it is right now, where are we at? Where's the magnet? Make you want to leave. Like I came all around. Where you going, Zilla? What else I know? I bear witness. Ain't nobody take that away from me. I mean, my name was Kabah. My first flag that we got the flags made, and Allah would call our name at the Parliament, take the flag out the box, come up and get your flag. It was such an honor to walk with God, bear witness to God. More so to bear witness to Allah, because I tell you, God stuff to me means very little. Because he worships all kinds of gods. He worships God sticks, elephants, animals. The devil tried to tell us, a lot of people accept this, that Allah means the God. Allah means Allah. You can't translate Allah. God, the word God, ain't even 600 years old. I don't know how many people realize that. That's why 7 is God. The knowledge is Allah. Everything comes from Him. You take 7, you put 7 into Allah. You put 7 into 1, you get what they call a sacred number. Knowledge, culture, wisdom, build, power, God. Knowledge, culture, wisdom, build, power, God. That number repeats itself over and over. And then all the esoteric teachings and stuff like that, they call that a sacred number. When 7 goes into 1. That's why I'm not keen on the nation of gods and earths. See, because with God in our unity, in our oneness, when you start pluralizing that plurality, that polytheism, you know, then you get a whole lot of differentness. You get a whole lot of jealousness. You get a whole lot of enviness. You get, one of the things you really get is the mind of Yahoo. With that unlike and alike. I don't like that motherfucker. That's, I mean, it's very simple, but it's the truth. When you start getting into that, see, because I learned from Mr. Muhammad and studying it. So what makes the devil is that he can't keep his evil to himself. He got to spread it to others. So when you get to the degree where, hey, I don't like that brother. You don't want no other brother like him neither. That's when you get to that division. That's when you get to that grafting out. Oh, well, I was taught. No, don't blame it on your teacher. That's how you learn it. Because that's the first thing mother will tell you to. When he don't agree with you or something, or don't like what you say. I was taught. No, he ain't going to say it. You ain't going to blame your teacher. That may be what you learn. And I'll speak about the teacher again, because I can't get my man, my black seeds, as we was taught, off my mind. I'm so mad at this motherfucker leaving me here like this. You know? And it just opens my eyes more and makes me see what's happening to us. We ain't taking care of ourselves. You know, I'll go all the way back to, again, April 1967, our first Universal Parliament, when Allah told us what he was going to do. Show us how to deliver our own children. That's how Janal became Dr. Janal. One of the first of us to deliver his own child. Go back to school. Get the education they took from us. I mean, we had Time Life, the Street Academy, Purpose. I don't know where we go from here, except through mathematics. You know, I got to take it all the way from the knowledge to what? To the bond. If you don't make it bond, it don't get out of build, it distills back to the planet. Because what happens, so many of us get stuck on what? God. Always, even as a kid, you know, the God degree in 1/4. That's the rotation, right? That's the speed of the planet Earth, right? That's what causes things to distill back down. Like this is some kind of club. You know, like children will say, you know, oh, I know something you don't know. You know, wisdom is experience. And believe me, 60 years of this here, experiencing in the different ciphers of the world, you get a lot of wisdom with that. I know I heard things over time, got a lot of cliches. Brother, he's talking about the woman ain't wisdom, the earth ain't wisdom. You know, yet when we as children, we start breaking down the mathematics, especially the total square miles of the planet Earth, what that come out to? Wisdom. 196,940,000. Ain't that come out to wisdom? I mean, I used to when I was a kid. You know? And that was the woman. You know, it also has 1969, right? Is that 196 million? Got 1969 in it too. You know, remind me of Allah sitting on the milk crate. He's doing some construction there. Come up to him, you know, a lot of this, a lot of that. Father said, let me get up off this milk crate for one of these bricks fall on my head and kill me. Now, we teenagers then, and at that time, I don't care what nobody said, when we did, a lot of them died.
Exactly.
Listen, that's how we felt. You know. And he seen the amazement in my eyes when he said that. The guy said, everything's real, son. I ain't gonna be with y'all all the time. You gotta stand on your own, and you're gonna have a harder time than me. I didn't think, you know, when he said that, I can imagine the hard time he had with us. Well, I didn't realize that he wasn't talking about the 80 Robinson. He was talking about our own self. Because everybody know everything. Can't tell everybody nothing. When the brothers ran me out to school, I'll tell it out there. You know, we still teenagers, we still kids, maybe in our early 20s. Come up there trying to tell them something. Man, see, I'll take that job to the mosque. Get that job out of there. Damn, spooky shit out of there. Man, it hurt my feelings so bad. We right there on Flatbush Avenue, 91 Flatbush. Well, the train station was right there on Skimmerhorn Street. I went down that train station, down the train, went up to see the father, tell them what they did to me, ran my ass out to school. He made me feel worse. You know, but he taught me something that I go by to this day. You know? He said, you ain't got to be no hangout God to be God. That's what's wrong with y'all. Ain't nobody tell y'all nothing. Because you think you know everything. What are you going to teach them for? Go teach somebody that don't know, and then maybe you learn something. That's what he told me. You know. I mean, the magnetic that we had was not mixed with, tampered with, or diluted in any form. Today, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You know, knowledge born degree, civilized person now performing duty what must be done. What happens? It's a severe punishment. Ain't nothing more severe than this. There's the babies. Where's the women? You can't have no universe without no women. You can't be God in the universe and you ain't got no women. You can't make no universe. Well, anyway. Black Seed Shasha. Black Seed, my educator, our local. Stay here with me forever. All praise is due to Allah. Peace to God. Hey.
Who next? Shah Born, he up there?
Hey! 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 Speak up. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna be brief. Let me start. Peace, my name is God, Hey, welcome to the Parliament. Wisdom, understanding. Let's see Allah. You still here? Peace to Allah.
Peace, peace.
For your bill. So, man, peace to Allah.
Hey.
Right? Peace to Allah. And we talking about a black man who came, you know, now was born, equality, culture, freedom in 1964. Man, empowered us with knowledge. He was born February 22nd, 1928 in Virginia. Right? This is his degree day. He was already born wisdom. He'd be born God. Right? According to my calculation, he is born God. Right? But ain't no spooky. He said we don't teach religion. Right? So we know life and death holds no partnership. And although he's not physically here, because we understand the reality of that, right? He empowered us. Because one of the statements that was made by my older brothers that we constantly say is if we want to see him, all we have to do is come together. That's right. And we coming together in the truth in which he speaks. and lives. Right. This is why we're adamant about understanding what it is that we teach. Right? Because, as we go on, man, we have to make corrections and whatever. But nevertheless, positive education corrects all that. For those that want to be corrected. So we're here, they're doing a book giveaway, and they're doing an educational statement for the babies in the gym, right? Then we have some food and refreshments later. We want to add on still. I'm gonna let you also know I'll be coming around because next month is Earth Appreciation. So when I come around with the Bible, it ain't got nothing to do with the Parliament because our Parliaments are paid for thus far. So if you see me with the bucket, it's for whatever we can give for that occasion. Our Parliament is good. Our Parliament is good for next month. It's gonna be good for April, right? And peace to Prince and your big babies, Prince. Yeah, because they're the best part. So, just want to say this, man. It's important that we continue to support one another, right? Whatever we're doing. At home in the board, they did something in, there was a beautiful event. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there in Asbury Park. The guards out there, peace to them. I seen that, man. I liked the violinists and saxophonists they had there. They had a nice event. Piece of that. We support them, right? Because their homes to conference equals our homes to conference the year that we mind. So whatever they do in the name of our laws, if we can help them, so be it, and support them. Because we definitely ask people to support us. It's 17 million, right? Plus the 2 million, it makes a total of 19 million. All over the planet is 4,400 million. From that, the reason why I call that understanding between 1 and 10 is because all we got is us. All we got is us, man. Like overnight. And this parliament, in this nation, overnight, we have enough resources to take us wherever we need to go. We're talking about since the time when Almighty God came and empowered us, man. Like God was going through some of his history, right? And history that most of us went through, man. The street corners, the rooftops, the barber shops. This is where this knowledge of wisdom took us, man. We got brothers that's lawyers and doctors now, right? We in every facet, we influence arts and industry, the 5%. You taking phrases and words born and we in the cipher, peace, you had no clue, an idea with that, man. I'm like, peace to you. Take it, and as long as you take what we have influenced you with, and you multiply and making it productive. But overnight, like one of the things that Dumar did was he had got us together in terms of creating a resource. God, Unique was a part of that also, in creating the resource. Like who among us the best knowers in whatever it is that we're doing. And the reason why I quote those numbers, because we don't have to go outside. God, history best serves, I'm going to conclude, right? Marcus Garvey, and a host of men, even the Almighty God. It's definitely the nation of Islam. So you don't need nobody but your own. Or you pull your resources from within. And that's how we do that one. But we have to be in tune with one another. Another thing too, let me say this. You protect your mind like you protect your body. Let me conclude on this note. This is a universal parliament. What we do here is we teach, right? We teach, we got nation business, and we identify who we are in relationship to what it is that we teaching, right? So, but to get up here, God, and I ask everybody also, don't allow nobody to get up here, man, and blow hot air. If you're not going to teach, then, and you're angry about something, then keep that to yourself. We understand that in order to come to a solution, you have to identify a problem. But don't get up here for 25 to 30 minutes, man, compounding a problem. At some point, get to the solution. Because everybody, we have our ups and downs and whatever. But it's not what this Parliament is for. It's the universal gathering of the gods and the earth to come together for the purpose of what? Teaching. Yes, teaching means also I need to identify what's wrong. But don't sing no song with it and get long with it. You ain't nothing. This ain't gonna happen. That's why we ain't got nothing. Come on, man. Sit down, angry man. Yeah, I get it. I'm upset about certain things I need to do and things that need to be done. But there goes the question, what part can you play in that solution? Huh? Because you ain't bring no solution, but you wasted our time. And we have no more time. That's why peace to the God. Listen, took mathematics. Knowledge means to know, and wisdom is the application. Show and prove. Okay, so when the God got up here and said, listen, man, last month we're going to do something for the babies, they did it. He didn't go into, oh, look, y'all ain't did nothing for them. No, this is what we need to do for the children. For what God did. You know, he taught older people too, but most of the people like Selah and the rest of them, they were young. He wasn't 50 years old. I have to be there to know that. Black Messiah 16, this one is 12, that one is this. They got old now, but they were young. Take this one, Almighty God himself is young. Understand equality when he came among us. This was a young man. He wasn't the age, well, King Enoch was too. They were young men. You know what I mean? All three of them were around during this particular period. You know? But he empowered us, and he did what he took thugs and gangsters and gave them college in different parts of the world. Teachers, doctors and carpenters, IT experts. Come on, man. We got people in all facets, man, taking what he told us to do. And what did he tell us to do? He told us, listen, man, look, go to school. Right? We ain't hating the world. We ain't hating writing. I know the black man is God. I know the devil is. It's called dialectical definition. If I can find what a thing is, and also to find its opposite. But more importantly, man, welcome to the Parliament. We're here at this Parliament to teach. We not up here. I'm going to tell you, I'm coming in here. If I hear you, and I'm saying, if I hear you, get up here for 10 minutes. This is my word. I don't care what the we have. I'm going to drag you up here. Because I'm tired of being offended. Because you don't like what, look. So show us what you need to be done. I'll be sitting up here sometimes, sorry. Yeah, we ain't doing nothing. We ain't got this, and that's why I shut up. Because we're not the left. Show and prove. If you're going to do that, God, peace to that. But show and prove and equate mathematics to that. Huh? I'm sorry, I'm being passionate. I'm so done with that. And you should be screaming about it. What's your point? Because this is not what we're doing. If you don't know science up here, then don't get up here and teach then. Sit down. And with that, man, peace to y'all. Next man get up here, peace to y'all. Welcome. Peace to me.
I just thought I mentioned that Mega.
Yes.
I call him Impa Mega. He got another, he called himself another name, but that's how I met you. And he stepped up.
He did.
For Rasheen. Just a mere example of people holding down spots. I'm doing it for Prince today. But Prince usually be up here, and he welcomes everybody. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm not going to be long. I'm just going to go, we got Shah Born, Father Shah Born, that's going to come up next after me, but I just want to welcome everybody.
Thank you.
And if anybody been on Facebook and looked at the job that he did with the Earth Appreciation from back in the days, everybody.
Page. I'll be a law's mathematics. Again, I be Allah's mathematics.
What's your name?
I-B-E means I exist as Allah's mathematics as he gave it to us. You know what I'm saying? Let my weights and actions define that. Again, I was instructed by Lord Jamar, you know what I'm saying? Again, you know, Shah just spoke on it. This is live on 7 on Demand. I got guards in Texas, you know, they be having their children also watching the Universal Parliament. So again, just to make sure we up here building about educating and moving forward with growth and development. Peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace. Come on, man. This is the commemoration for our lives. Come on, man. Let me hear it. Let me hear your chest tremor. Peace. Thank you. Thank you. Coming divine name is Father Shah Born, eternal great monologue from Medina, Brownsville. Alright, he mentioned Lord Jamar. That's kind of funny, you know. And this bill is also about law as well, too. You know, I don't know if you brothers be on the social media or whatever, but I'm about to make my wisdom understood to show forth and prove the power of Almighty God, Allah, right up here today. You know, because you got a brother in California. His name Kam. No disrespect to you, okay? No disrespect to you in the FOI, all your knowledge, wisdoms. But let me tell you something. You got to be qualified to speak on my father, okay? And when I say that, I mean that. You know, his thing was that Allah wasn't Allah. He was saying that he was 13X Smith, Clarence 13X Smith. You know, I listened to it last night coming from Allah's ball at Asbury Park. Me, and my earth, and the other earth in the car. I had a little bit of it on. So I said to myself, that's going to be the first thing I address. You know? And understand this, y'all. When you deal with them knowledge wisdoms, you know what I'm saying? From the FOI, they like to deal with slick wisdom. Did you hear me? Yeah. Okay? Slick wisdom. All right? Meaning that it might sound good. Remember, sound travels at the rate of 1,120 feet per second. Sound is sensed by the human ear, 13,440 decibels. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand this. When you're listening to these people and they up there saying all these crazy things, we have to address it. Yeah. And that's what I'm doing. So again, let me get back to the core, you know. And I'm going to go through some lessons. So bear with me, because this is how you show and prove. That's how Almighty God Allah said it. You know what I'm saying? In fact, one of his saying was, I gave you the garden, so because I gave you the garden, you don't have to show and prove nothing to me. You got to show and prove it to the devil. Allah said that. Okay? And y'all know when I come with this truth, it's coming from one of my big brothers. You know? And like I tell you, prove me wrong. I got all the receipts. Not just up here. But my thing was, the brother Kam had said this, that Master Farrar Muhammad was a law. And that the lessons, which he was right when he said this came from 1934, you know, originally they came here, some of them 1910, 1930, that's when Farrar came. Learn your history, all right? So what he was saying in there, that Elijah basically never said that Farrar was a prophet. That's emphatically now, Cypher. Emphatically no. You know why? Check this out. Go right to the Lord's Found Muslim lesson number 1. And let's remember, who is that answering them questions? Our messenger, right? Elijah. Now, in that lesson, you know, it's asked, what is the meaning of MGT and GTC? Muslim Girl Training. These are the names given to the women and girls in North America, teaching them how to keep a home, how to keep the children, how to keep a husband, how to sew, cook, and clean, and act in abroad. These training units, listen, these training units was named by our prophet, WD for Rod. So what is he talking about? Okay, so don't take nothing on face value. That's one. All right, now let's go to the meat lesson, as we say in Medina. Allah's free cipher, the 1 to 40, all right? Okay? The culture cipher degree, y'all. What is it? Anybody in the crowd, what is it? Your reward.
Rejection of the devil.
Okay, keep going. No, keep going. Keep going. You know, I'm not going to always say it. You know, because y'all know I know. I want to know if y'all know. You know what I'm saying? That's it now.
I would give all I have and do all within my power.
Do the law of mathematics. Can you give me that?
Peace and happiness.
All right.
I will give all I have, all within my power. Which I prayed 369 years. This train you.
This lesson was given
Right, exactly. Right, exactly, y'all. So then, after that, it says, this Muslim lesson, number 2, which contains 40 questions, 40 answers, asked by our prophet, again, WD for Rod, and answered by one of the lost and found here in the wilderness of North America, you know what I'm saying? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. 1934. Okay. You see, that's still not it. In the same lesson. The knowledge degree. You know what I'm saying? Say it right in there too. So don't let these dudes, you know, because he was saying he had a lot of comments and he challenged people in our nation. You know what I'm saying? You know, he challenged people, you know.
Yeah.
And that same lesson I'm talking about, the knowledge degree. When you sit up at home and let a mystery God bring you food, emphatically no. Me and my people have been lost from home 379 years. I tried this so-called mystery God for bread, clothing, and a home, received none but hard time, hunger, and nakedness, also beaten and killed by the ones who advocate this kind of God. And no relief came to our aid. To our prophet. Son of man, WD for Rod Muhammad, our prophet. So where he getting this Allah stuff from?
Okay.
All right?
Record God, that's right.
Where he getting this Allah stuff from? He's our prophet. Elijah is Allah's messenger. It's right there in the lesson. That's where he went to. You know what I'm saying? I be about my father's business. Okay? Today, yesterday rather, he would have been born God. Okay? Born God. You know, and with that being said, man, not just the Kam, you know, not just the Lord Jamar, any of you dudes on social media, all right? I'm telling you, all right? Any of you dudes on social media, if you doubt anything about our teachings and you want to challenge anybody, come challenge me. I'll meet you at Mount Morris Park where it started. Anything. And I'm not hard to find. Come challenge me. And we could go to Original Man of Pluto, and I guarantee you, when I finish with you, you will understand. Because just like my father-in-law also said this, son, I don't have to know what they know, they got to know what I know. Okay? And that's where y'all get it wrong at. Y'all speak on our lessons, our culture, and our way of life, and don't have a clue. Remember, we're not Muslims, okay? We're not righteous Muslims. We God and we earth. Straight up. The mother of civilization, father of civilization, and God of the universe. That's what we are. Nothing else. Nothing in between. There is no in between. You know, it's just crazy, man. You know, everybody always want to pick on the 5% nation. You know what I'm saying? All over social media and stuff. You know, and sometimes I look at the comments, and you know what's so crazy? I don't even have a social media page. Check that out. And I still know what's going on. You know why? Let me tell you a little secret. Allah is seen and heard everywhere. Okay? Allah is seen and heard everywhere. It's not a secret. And I'm going to tell you something. This is why I love Kendrick Lamar. They not like us.
They're not. They're not like us. We one of a kind. We one of a kind. Instead of trying to defile a man, the most extraordinary man that ever walked this planet, walked this land here in the wilderness of North America. You know why I say he's the most extraordinary man? Because the prophet came and brought the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? His messenger came and gave us the wisdom. But Allah came and gave us the understanding. You know how I know? Look at y'all. Look at y'all. We all got different minds, but we all got one mind, and that's the mind of Allah. How do I know that? Because if I ask you to build on understanding, it might not be exactly like my perception, but it's going to be in the core, in the root of Almighty God Allah. You know, and when y'all start doubting yourself, that's when you're going to fall victim. That's exactly when you're going to fall victim. You know, peace be upon anybody that I speak upon that's not here. Right now I'm going to speak upon Born Allah, better known as Allah being something he told me. You know, he said Allah told him that, son, the only one that can stop you from being God is you. Did you hear me? The only one that can stop you from being God is you. Meaning nobody else can tell you, you not the God, you not the earth. And y'all really need to understand that, man. For real. This is not a game. Everything is real. You know, it's just, it rubs me the wrong way when I see things and hear things like that, you know, how easy it is. We call that wisdom before you knowledge, speaking on something that you have no knowledge of, okay? And just freestyle. A lot of people get up here and freestyle. You know, it's about showing improvement. That's our rites of passage, in case y'all didn't know. The same thing with the lessons. You know how many brothers I hear all the time? I don't speak, I don't build on lessons. You ain't no 5%. You know what I'm saying? Definitely ain't the large 5%. You ain't even a regular 5%. Because the 5% look like you and me. They doctors, they lawyers. You know, they all that. They basketball players. And let's look at that. Just what is a 5%? A lot of people don't even know. You're a part of something, you ain't even got an understanding of why you call 5%. I hear brothers quote that knowledge equality degree in the Law's Free Cipher, the 1 to 40, Lord's Found Muslim lesson number 2. And I asked him, you know, well, damn, you a Muslim, son? You saying you're a 5%. That's what the lesson said. That's you. You see, so you gotta have an understanding to all these things. You can't just, because you hear somebody else say something, think that it's right and exactly. Nah, don't take nothing or no one on face value. I don't care, not even me. Not even me. And another thing, spoke about this the last time, we get into it some more. You know, as a nation, we have to be more aware of our health. You know, it's very serious. We have to be aware of our health. If you're not going to the doctor, please go to the doctor and check. I know some of you brothers, oh, the doctor can't do nothing for me. He only can tell me something after I tell him. But you know, sometimes these people are qualified. That's why you got to go to school for it. You know, just like us with physicians, when we, you know, when we trying to get things done, the best knowers, you got to be qualified. You can't just get up here and say, oh, I'm going to start this committee, me, this one, because you and him was in the dead world together, or whatever, you know. Like I have told y'all, you know, we're beloved and all the rest of them, myself and others, you know, many say many things, but these are the people that's building right now. My advice to anybody
that has something to say. You're all citizens of this nation. And yes, you do have a right to say something. If you see something wrong, say something. Or forever hold your peace. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with pulling your brother or your sister coat. That's what makes us great. Because no man know everything. I learn something each and every day. In fact, I learn something every time I come to this Parliament. Just from doing the knowledge for people. Also, it's just ironic today in history of our nation, Allah's fifth son was birthed this day. Naheem Bishmi Allah, he was birthed this day. This is physical degree day. Not too many hear too much about Naheem or Bishmi and stuff like that. You hear about the more popular firstborn and stuff like that. You know, Black Messiah, his seventh son, ABC, number 7, who's still with us, you know, or Prince, Al-Jabbar, his third son, you know. But all of them did something. You know how I know again, because look, y'all here. They did their job. You know, just like the firstborn from Pelon. You know what I'm saying? From the desert. You got 2 of them sitting right there. 2 of my big brothers sitting right there. They did a lot for this nation, man. Whether you know it or not, they did a lot. And they still here do what I was doing when I was younger. When I was younger, I picked their brain every chance I got. You know what I'm saying? We ain't just going to the yard and smoking quality. I wasn't having that. Everyone that I sat down with, that's why I know what I know. I picked their brain. I asked them, did this happen? I seen your name on this lesson, God. Did it happen this way? I ain't take nothing on face value. I wanted the truth. Because guess what? Let me tell you something else. Those of y'all that's like me, that never seen the law, guess what? When you're talking to one of them, you seeing the law. That's the closest you're going to get, besides me being with his physical brother Harry. Hey, Allah. You know? And with that, I'm going to say peace, y'all. Peace. Before I go, though, I got to bring y'all up to date, you know, on the funds for the Renaissance Day of getting that fence. Right now, present, we have $3,169.
Hey.
You know, we're almost there. I figure we should be there before spring comes, before our new year, hopefully, March 24th. Peace.
Father the Fourth, praise God.
Positive force. Those who don't know me, I don't get up there too often. I'm usually out there self-sufficiency. It's politics. I appreciate what God before we was saying.
Father Shah Born.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember his name. Shah Born, what he was saying. Because a lot of stuff that he listened to, I also listened to. But we will do. I just got a message. 2 messages. 1, we got to stop giving passes. I'm going to explain that. And 2, because I sell a shirt, we got to start studying our lessons. Because if you don't know your lessons, that's when you get passes. And this week or yesterday was a great day. Today is the 1 to 40 is what did he promise this nation he would do? So I know that's talking about Yahoo. I see that. Let's talk about the Father. What did he promise this nation he would do? Like I mentioned, we got to study our lessons. The knowledge build degree and the 1 to 40s So what's the duty of a civilized person? The duty of a civilized person is to teach he who is a savage civilization, righteousness, the knowledge of self, and the science of everything in life. Love, peace, and happiness. I studied that degree. What is the duty of a civilized person? The first thing it says is civilization. Who taught civilization? The wisdom degree in the 114 says, why did Musa have a hard time civilizing the devil in the year 2000 BC? Because he was a savage. A savage is a person who was lost in knowledge of self and lived a peaceful way of life. Musa was a half-spiritual man and prophet. 2000 BC means before Christ. In the Asiatic calendar, it would be 11,000. Civilized means to teach the knowledge and wisdom to all the human families of the planet Earth. So you go back to that knowledge build degree, Musa taught civilization. Who taught righteousness? What is the duty of a civilized person? The first is civilization, the second is righteousness. Who taught righteousness? Why did we take Jerusalem from the devil? And how long ago? Because one of our righteous brothers by the name of Jesus was born there. One of our brothers by the name of Jesus was buried there. Now Moses taught civilization. Jesus taught righteousness. Who taught the knowledge of self? Elijah Muhammad. Who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man. The only naked cream of the planet Earth, possibly the God of the universe. Elijah Muhammad taught us knowledge of self. In 1934. So you got Musa, you got Jesus, taught righteousness. You got Elijah Muhammad taught the knowledge of self. Now who taught the science of everything in life? Say it again. Who taught the science of everything in life? Allah. And how did he teach that? When Elijah Muhammad came, the brother was talking about the Nation of Islam. The brother came, I heard that whole video. He said that Pharaoh was Allah, and the brother just proved it. But when you join the Nation of Islam, they give you an X and they give you a student robe. That's it. When the Father left the temple with a mosque, the Father gave us 1 to 40. And in 1 to 40, that talks about what's the science of everything in life. It talks about what makes rain, hail, storm, earthquake. How do you make a devil? Talk about the germs. Talk about Yaqub grafting the devil. They didn't teach that in the mosque. All they knew was the student robe, and that's it. So when the Father came out, he taught us the science of everything in life. So what's the duty of a civilized person? You got to teach civilization. You got to teach righteousness. You got to teach the knowledge of self. You got to teach the science of everything in life, and that's the way you get to love, peace, and happiness. That's why we're the greatest nation now. And when I started off, we got to stop giving passes. We got to stop giving passes. I know y'all been listening to the internet and YouTube and all that. We got this fool walking around saying that the earth is flat and that the sun is 30 miles away from the earth. Said that gravity don't exist. How did he get there? He got there because we gave him a pass. Every time you see him, you go to a show, you see him backstage, you see him in the audience. Anybody ever say, yo, Lord, what's the day's degree? He was in Asbury last night. There's a lot of guards in there. And they came in there begging for us to give him a pass. The guard was up and he was there. Please don't question him. Begging for a pass. But the reason why he thinks the sun is only 30 miles away from the earth because we gave him a pass. Nobody taught him. And we got to stop doing that. And the reason why I'm so upset, because he was on YouTube with a flag that I gave him. A blue shirt, one of my flags that I gave. I ain't designed it probably. I made the shirt, printed on the shirt. Sham God designed it, but he on this shirt that I gave him. Talk about gravity don't exist. And then I got a call this morning. Asking why did I take a picture with him last night? I said, I can't be seeing the picture with him right now. And the answer that I gave, I said, he is representing what I teach and what we all teach. And if he go on the internet where thousands and millions is watching, and he teaching that foolishness, guess what? I was at work, and the brother, 85%, he asked me, he said, I seen Lord Jamar on YouTube saying the earth is flat. Is that what the 5% believe? I didn't have to answer that question, but think about it. It's millions of people listening to him, believing that that's what we teach. So now, the God who called me this morning was said, but we can't go at him. People coming at him, yelling and screaming. I said, yo, at some point, you got to stop protecting him.
Where else did you go?
Because he's responsible for everything that he says. And if he's walking around teaching that the earth is flat, he's going to come to a point in time where he's going to have to meet the wrath of his information. And if he can't show and prove it, then it is what it is. And then he was more, I said, look, what he needs to be more worried about is his current. His current. If anybody watched when that Professor Dave destroyed him with the middle school education, he was cursing, fuck you, he called him on everything. The professor asked him, what is the meaning of weight? And he didn't know the meaning of weight. And his answer was, your fat fucking head. That's an embarrassment. We got the English C lesson. The English C that teaches you to say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, questions, answers. When you're in a debate, when you're in a conversation, you're supposed to act accordingly. Yes sir, question, answers. You don't go curly, fuck you, get the fuck out of here. He told some young guys to suck his dick.
Come on, God, please, because we got people in here.
Pardon me.
Find the wisdom.
Yes sir, that's a serious mistake. Pardon me. But this is what he told some young guys. Because he couldn't prove the earth being flat. So he recants to that type of language. So my whole point is this, we all got to study our lessons, because when individuals like that come around, we got to stop giving them a pass. We give them passes because of who they are, records, or we think they're celebrity status. No, they had a calendar just like me and you. If I see you with a flag at the airport, peace God, where you from? Yo, what's the next degree? Either you know it or you don't know it. But we all know why we got daylight and sunlight. Daylight and nighttime. Because the planet is a sphere and it spins. Speed is equal to distance over time. The distance, of course, is 21,896. 24 hours in a day, divide that 20,896, you got 1,037 miles per hour. That's a fair spin. It's that simple. That's simple to prove the earth. If you watch that Professor Dave told him, I can destroy you with some middle school science. And that's exactly what he did to Lord Jamar. And then his answer was to go back to two devils that taught him to try to justify why he got bombed. He just said he had a bad day. But this is what he's teaching. And on a phone call this morning, he mentioned Ghostface. He mentioned Electronica. I said, Ghostface may be Christian, but Ghostface is not teaching no false teaching from our foundation. If Ghostface went from this to a Christian, peace. If he can bear witness that's him. If Jalen Electronica want to join the Nation of Islam and become the FOI with a bow tie, that's him. He's teaching this truth. But you can't be this and represent this flag and then go on billions of a page and say that the earth is flat and gravity don't exist and the sun is only 30 miles away. You can't go and say that and have this one. Because he's speaking for you, her, he's speaking for all of us. So I said, he has to be checked. He has to be checked. Now, if he says I'm no longer part of the nation of God and earth, and I'm going to go keep my teeth, then go ahead, peace, brother. I wish you the best. Then I ain't worried about you. But as long as you walking around with an album called the 5% album, and you claim and you wear the flag that I gave you, and you teaching that got to be checked. No more passes. God was here last night. He got a semi-pass. That's because they caught him outside. And they asked him, why is he teaching that? Oh, I didn't tell you what he said. He said, is the earth spinning now? What? Ask be a law man. This is the foolishness that he's teaching. And then he recanted, like they're going to check me, he recanted to curse it. And that's when Board King said, okay, that's it. Because that's how he responds, negatively and cursing. But it has to be checked. I'm just saying, because he's representing all of us. The God became, it's a God in Kam. He's a Nation of Islam, but he did a whole 4-hour thing about Lord Jamar. And then that's when he started bashing the Nation of God and earth because of what Lord Jamar said. But I'm saying we got to stop giving passes, man. And the only way we can stop giving passes, we got to study our lessons. Then we study our lessons, then we can check people like Lord Jamar and other people just foolish. I'm going to say peace.
Peace.
Thank you, God.
Peace. My name is Lord Born Justice Allah. I was born in Mecca. I rest in Pelon. Today's mathematics, wisdom, understanding, all being born in power and refined. Quality, equality, born. Allah is 97 years old as of yesterday, which is born God. 97 and 16, knowledge, equality, what? 5 symbols, 4 part of the planet Earth. That's us. The Father's equality, being born to us, teaches us knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And that borns equality. So the Father's equality born is the love that Allah gave to the 5% nation and giving us its supreme equality. A lot of times, we get caught up in wisdom. You got wisdom on a positive aspect, and you got wisdom on a negative aspect. Wisdom is a two-edged sword. And when you manifest what you manifest, you're dealing with it right and exact. You're going to cut falsehood to and fro by the word that is coming out your mouth with your tongue. If your wisdom can be understood the right way, then the truth of your power is going to manifest itself. One of the things I want to manifest, I've learned that some of these brothers that I know, the love that they have for a law school in Mecca, that's my bill. I remember Colleen used to put certain things in my head and say certain things about the school, about how we maintain the school, how the school is supposed to be clean, how you're supposed to clean 18 inches from the curb. If there's snow outside, we're supposed to clean it up. You are the owner. You're the maker, the owner, you're the cream of the planet Earth. The school is our school. It's my school and everybody else here, school. We're owners of that property. Another thing, I remember Colleen telling me that when somebody come to you and ask you, is this your property? You ain't got to think about it. You ain't got to hesitate. You're supposed to say, yes, that's my property. I own that. The reason why I'm bringing that up is this.
I retired over a year now. And I've been spending a lot of time down in law school in Mecca, more time than I normally spend. So that means I see things that I normally don't see. I've been hearing things, but hearing about it and seeing it is two different realities. I spent a lot of time at the school to try to help put some structure there, to get to put things in some type of order, because I have knowledge about being a property manager, and I know how to manage property. And I'm taking that science, which the law said we need to get a skill, a trade, and an education, and to bring back to our community. When the brother that I was taught by told me that, I didn't never meet the father, but when they told me this is what the law said, I embraced that. I mastered that. I have a skill. I have a trade. I have an education. So I'm taking it back to a law school. Lately, I've been spending time down there, and I have met people that have came from Jordan, Egypt, Ghana, Switzerland, Japan, and Korea. Just for me being there from like 9 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They get fascinated with the word. They see Allah, then they see Mecca. His brother name was Amir from Egypt. And he stood outside with his wife taking pictures, and I was in the window, and he looked, and I came out and spoke to him. And I explained to them what we was about. How Islam is our culture. How Islam is our way of life. That Islam is not a religion compared to the way that he has learned it. And he understood what I said. I introduced him to the picture of Allah on the wall. I gave him the history of Allah on the wall. And I emphasized that this man's name is Allah, and the reason why his name is Allah, because he gave us knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and showed us his good equality. And taught us that the original black man is God. These are the things that I said, and he understood. Then I hit him with a couple of chapters in the Quran so he can better understand, like the Fatiha and how the Quran said that Allah is more closer to you than your jugular vein. Because that's what it says in the Quran. You hit him with the scripture that what? They understand. Because it tells you that if you God, I Allah am the best knower, how you show and prove that you're the best knower? By your what? Ways, actions, and your deeds. Not criticizing, backbiting, talking about your brother, about your sister, about who ain't doing this and who ain't doing that. My thing is what you doing. And I say that to say this. By me spending time at the school, I see things that I normally don't see. I see you, King Justice, cleaning up. Slow as he moves, he do a immaculate job on keeping the 18 inches from the curb clean. Well, we don't have no sanitation tickets from the Department of Sanitation as far as littering is concerned. The guard see truth. The guard Saran see truth. He comes down to the school once or twice a week to G out of school, asking for nothing in return. Allah Shah, Allah you justice, Allah mathematics. When the snow hits that school, the guards are out there shoveling. We got a snow blower, and they make sure they get from the garden all the way around 126th Street to make sure it's 4 inches from the building to the curb, or halfway through. Because by law, you have to have 4 feet for people to walk around. And they do that every time the weather is messed up. Anytime it snows. We had to put a security system in the school because people jump in the fence. We can't catch them sometimes. Brothers can't hear on the inside. So now we got an ADT system in the school with a motion detector. You jump the fence, all kind of alarms go off. I don't know if y'all seen The Godfather when they try to kill Michael Corleone in his house. And the lights came on, the alarms came on, and the doors came out. That's what we got at law school in Mecca right now. To protect our property. If you say you're the owner of something, then you got to what? Protect what you own. People criticize and they talk about things. How you going to go to an establishment, you go to the bathroom, sometime it happens, there's no soap to wash your hands. You'll come out, yo God, there's no soap in the bathroom. Go buy a bottle of soap. Yo God, there's no toilet paper. Go buy some toilet paper. One thing I have learned to do, once the guards tell me they need supplies, I take it, I go to the supermarket, I buy toilet paper. I buy paper towel. I buy air freshener. I buy mop head. If you tell me you need it for the school, I'll get it. And the reason why I say I will get it, because I'm one of the managers at the school. I try to make sure they need calcium, they need salt. For bill got to be paid. The law you sent to Mecca takes care of the maintenance of the school. People don't understand that. They're under the impression that we sitting sky high on thousands and thousands of dollars. We got 50,000 in the bank, and that's not so. Rumors running around like, yeah, God, they should have 50 G's in the account. But they not counting. They don't know what an $800 Con Air bill. They don't know what it costs for a security system. They don't know what it costs to buy. We had a gas leak 2 years ago. Con Air should come together. They fixed the pipe from the street to the basement. From the basement to the water room, to fix that pipe is $20,000. Wives can bear witness to God Wise. He's a plumber. Call on him to do something at the school. He does it, no questions asked. I think he gave us a bid, I think it was like $18,000 to run a pipe from here to here, black pipe, to do the paperwork with Con Edison and with the city, so they can't put the gas back on unless they do what is called an integrity test. $18,000 to $20,000. So we bought a hot water heater so we can have hot water at the school. The God Wise took care of that. First we got a small, what was it, 20 gallons? It wasn't enough. It was a 5 gallon. It wasn't enough. He came back his own money and bought a 40 gallon. Bought a 40 gallon. To add on to the school. Like I said, this is our school. The same way you have your apartment and you do things in your apartment, it's the same attitude that you should have for a law school in Mecca. Instead of walking by saying what somebody's not doing or what they should be doing, they want you to add on to make sure that what should be done is being done. That's called adding on. That's wisdom, understanding on the reality of your power. Your power is truth in action, not just talking about somebody. That's how the Father equality is born. The Father blessed us with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding so that we know who we are and how to act at home and abroad. So let me go back to what I learned from Colleen, because God, Father Supreme, blessed me with something. It must have been like maybe 5 months ago. And it just so happened, I didn't read it the day before yesterday. And what it is the City Planning Commission, City of New York. It's a transcript of the stenography report, or that's recorded of a discussion on the calendar numbers 34 and 35 held at the meeting of the City Planning Commission on October the 12th, 1977. I am so overwhelmed about the love that these brothers have showed in manifesting to keep that school. G. Colleen was one of the instrumental people that was speaking at that hearing. And to hear the words that he was saying about how we love the school, how the school was given to a law, how a law gave the school to us, it brought something out of me that I didn't have. I had it in me, but not to the degree I got it in me now. Firstborn Princeton, the same thing. I used to ask him, I tried to help him get a housing situation. I was going with a sister, and she was the HPD director, had everything laid out for him to go into one of them low-income housing, everything, to get him a place to live. He wouldn't move because they had so much love for that school that that's all they knew. A brother came to me about 2 weeks ago from the city of New York. He asked me, what are the programs do we have here? I'm glad I was there because I ran down the curriculum that what we have and the programs that we're doing and what we plan on doing in the very near future. There's a mental health specialist that want to use a law school in Mecca as an outreach network center in the daytime. There's another brother who deals with health and dealing with high blood pressure, to teach you how to maintain your health and things of that nature. There's another sister, and they're not in the nation, they're in the community. They want to come by and teach the community how to eat to live, have healthy eating. Somebody even offered to bring the harvest, food harvest, give out food. You know how they do it to churches?
Right.
We're going to bring that to the law school so that we can bring some type of positive traffic to come to the school. But I want to go back to what I was told. When the guy came from the city and asked me, is this your school? I didn't hesitate because something Colleen told me, it resonated. I said, yeah, it's my school. That's my name up there. And fortunately, my ID even says Jamel Born Justice Allah. My taxes come in Jamel Born Justice Allah. My pension comes to me in Jamel Born Justice Allah. My name is my name, and that's my name on the school. So he said, oh, I'm glad to meet you. My nephew is a fiber center, and he comes through here periodically. I just want to make sure that what he's getting himself involved in is right and exact. Because he comes to Allah Shah's class every now and then on Saturday at 1 o'clock. So I say all that to say this. When we are in the position to teach and lead people in the right direction, they look at you through your ways, your actions, and your deeds, and what you say out your mouth. If you're not balancing what you say compared to your actions, then there's a gap. There's something wrong. And for us to be civilized people, we always got to show and manifest the knowledge of God so we can build and destroy and keep everything going according to universal mathematics. The other thing I want to build about is this. We got together to have this feast for the Father. We asked brothers to add on. We asked some of the sisters to add on. Okay, we got a add-on, and that was feast. Now we coming up with Earth Appreciation Day. A couple of Earths reached out to me, a couple of gods reached out to me, and want to know if we're going to do it next month or not. I only have 5 names. I have no donation money to get nothing for Earth Appreciation Day. So if the gods don't add on, I can't see us having Earth Appreciation Day. It's not for the Earths to give us anything. It's for the gods that add on. They got names. If you ain't got an Earth, you can say God want to add on Earth Appreciation Day. So we can get the flowers, which Father Shah Born took care of last year.
Let me just add on to that so
Go ahead,
bring
Lord.
everybody up to speed. All right, this is what's going on. Life of Law and myself, they already spearheaded stuff.
Okay.
You didn't know this behind the scenes. Every year, you know I'm gonna get the awards. I'm getting those.
There you go.
You know I'm gonna get those. Now, what I will say to the Parliament, last year it was Born Justice, me, powerful man, woman, and child, and my brother Law Intelligence. We put the money in, and it cost $300 to get them roses.
That's right.
All right. So what the brother is saying, other people need to step up. This is something I do all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm a universal builder. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a build regardless of whom or what. You know, like I said, life of law and them. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get life so
Yeah,
he
he's
can
outside.
so he can tell you all exactly.
Now, on top of that, hold on. On top of that, the God Unique and I are going to do the certificates. We're going to make them. We got a database. We got everything we need. All we got to do is get the name, go to the print shop, and they're going to run them all. There's no problem.
About that part, let me just say this. To my sisters, all the herbs, I got 150,
Name.
no, not names,
Certificates.
certificates from last year. Let me tell you something, that costs money. So don't sign up if you're not gonna come and get these certificates. I still got them. I just got tired of bringing them to every parliament. And look at the crowd. You see many gardens. You understand what I'm saying? So if you know that you're not coming, don't have us spend this money, don't have us get this stuff, and you know you're not gonna show up. That's what I'm saying.
So what we're going to do, we're going to get a new list of names. The God going to bring the certificates next month for the sisters that he had from last year, and we're going to give them out. So for all this again, God, positive. You asked us for a budget. We didn't have a budget. Flowers cost $300. We don't know how much the food going to cost. It's whatever anybody want to give. Just like the God added on with the food that we got now. We got enough food back there to start. I don't know if anybody else brought any food back there now, but the God that gave me money, we brought chicken, we brought fish, we brought macaroni and cheese. We got a guard that named Bismillah. He's a baker. He donated two pans of pastry and 3 bean pies. There's another guard named Supreme. I don't know if he made it here yet, but if he didn't, he's bringing a pan. Peace, God. There you go. He's bringing a pan of some vegetable pasta, if I'm correct. All right, he added on. And that's what we're doing. If everybody add on a little bit of something, that can fill the plate. So I can't say exactly what we need, but whatever we get, we add on, and we'll add on to it.
I just want to say, and I understand, because I'm from Jersey, so I drive a long way, so I don't want to carry a can of pasta or macaroni and cheese. Just, y'all got segments, like the flowers is 300, the food might be 600, this might be 300. Give me a segment, and Jersey take care of that. If you say, this is what the plants cost, $450, Jersey won't pay $450, just come see me. That's my point.
I'll be with you then. I got your information. Now that's how, and see, that's how things got done. We got.
I just want to interrupt the guard for a second, please. Born Justice. He said from Jersey.
Right.
Well, I'm getting ready to give you $100 from Mecca.
There you go.
And my daughter's right there. This is her donation.
Pay.
My daughter's right there. This is her donation.
There you go. Pay. So here we go. We got 100. So now the thing about it, if we can start adding on, we can start making plans and start getting things. I will build a positive force, and I'll keep everybody updated. All right, Pete. I'll keep everybody updated on what we do, because everything costs money. There ain't nothing free. But we know everybody ain't got it. So those that got it can give, that'll help out for those that can't give. You see what I'm saying? Because it's all about equality. Father, equality born. I want to go back to a law school in Mecca. I want to go back to say that Colleen, Jamela God, a brother named God, Born God, was the one that spoke at that particular meeting in 1977. And by me reading what they said, it gave me more, more motivation to do the things that I'm doing down at law school. And it's given me more motivation to make things happen, more of an attracting power at a law school. So if anybody want to add on to anything, even the Office of Cultural Management adds on to what's going on at a law school. So it's not like you can't come and add on. You can't come and do something positive. We don't want negativity in the midst of a law school in Mecca. We don't want you getting high. We don't want you drinking. We don't want you doing anything that's not right and exact, because that's not what we're doing down there. Everything we're doing down at a law school in Mecca is right and exact. We don't want to just be right. We want to be right and exact, to show and prove the reality of the Father equality being born in this day and time. Wisdom and cycle, wisdom, power, all being born and born. And born means to be complete in its natural season, and birth means to be complete in its natural form. Peace.
Bishop. Hold on. No, let them address it.
Peace. I come in the righteous name of God, supreme Allah.
Peace.
Alright. In regards to Earth Appreciation Day, the Achievement Committee will be offering tote bags, books, and pens to all the Earths who are signed up. So along with getting whatever we also get for Appreciation Day, we will also get tote bags, pens.
Speak up, God.
That didn't quite bring it down here.
Peace. Today's mathematics is wisdom understanding. Wisdom is the application of knowledge and experience. Understanding is being able
be quiet, please.
to perceive things for what it is and not what it appears to be. Now, next month we all know is what? It's Earth Appreciation Month. We do it every Parliament, every year on the what? Understanding Month. Now, the difference is but this year we'll be offering extra prizes for the queens that are also signed up. So what we need from everybody is to sign up their names of who we want to give these awards to, so that we can offer tote bags, pens, and books.
Faith. My name is Lord Light.
Faith, God.
Dave Mathematics, Wisdom, Understanding. As the God was saying about earth appreciation and giving back to those who've been doing the work in this nation. It's like we got to bring this full circle and bring the love and the respect back. And the way we give it back is by showing the love and the appreciation that we have for God and the earth. Understand, we've been here 60 years. A lot of things is going on. And it's time for us as men, because we was babies when we got here, to bring it back full circle and do a Lord's will. So, the sisters who haven't signed up, it's going to be a list in the back. Put your name on the list so we can have these certificates, these flowers, these bags, these pens, and everything else that's going to go in the bag for earth appreciation. Peace.
Faith. More justice. Don't go away. No, I need all the gods to hear this one.
Right here.
Listen. Tradition teaches when these queens are here, sitting in the front, they remain here. And all the gods get up, we line up in there, and we sing the enlightenment as they get out. We haven't been doing that, so that's on us. So I'm this week next, we need, remember that. When they come in here, whoever, I'll tell the Divine Prince, myself, the queen sit here, right? When we conclude, right? All the gods get up first, and we line up to the kitchen. And when they get up, we serenade them with, the enlightenment, the national anthem. With
Practice.
Huh?
Peace.
Hey, big.
God, Bishop Mel Paul, love. Cultivating. Dave Mathematics, wisdom, understand, all being born in power with fire. My bill is about the unity. You know? I mean, brother said, don't come up here with the sadness, but I'm sad.
Okay. The teachers, though.
I'm sad.
Okay.
Because I'm used to having my brothers with me, my sisters with me. I only have a few. I had a lot. But I noticed, ever since I stopped doing the doing don't come around no more. What I mean by the doing, y'all know what the doing is. I don't have to explain it. Okay? You know what the wrong foods are. Put it that way. Okay? My word is that we have to get this unity back together, for real. You know, I'm used to having brothers with me, man. I'm feeling alone. For 2 months, I've been alone. All the brothers I know in the world, nobody come and see me, you know? But I gave all within my powers to those that came with me. You needed a place to stay. No problem. But help me when you stand with me. You know, we're supposed to be builders. We're supposed to build. If I build with you, why you can't build with me? I'm your brother. I'm not no snake with grass. You know? And that's why I respect that brother Born Justice, man. Because he taught me. He taught me what it was to really pay attention to our lessons, man. Because I came to you, I said, you remember that Born Justice? Is he in there? Not here. Anyway, I said, God, can I get a flag?
He said, listen, just understand God degree. I said, right now, God, I can't give it to you. But the understanding God degree is, why did the devil teach that God is a righteous, unseen being that exists in the universe? Allah is God, and the heavens above and the earth below. There is no unrighteousness in him. He is not unseen, for he is seen and heard everywhere. For he's the all-our seer. So understand God, man. You said you God, understand God, man. For real. Stop crap, man. For real. We got the bill, man. Real built this bill. Don't come with that, oh, built this bill, and you ain't doing nothing. You see? I get my energy back from my family. I had a triple pass heart attack. Ain't nothing wrong with me now. Take it easy, dog. Yeah?
Because my family gave me that energy.
Take it easy, young buddy. Take it easy.
Oh, you already know how to do that. But dear God, yo, understand God, man. Don't be no unrighteous God, man. Be God. Don't be God because I asked you to be God. Be God because you need to. We have babies, you know? We have to teach this to them, man. Understand God. And you will see your reward. Lost to God. Hey!
Biggs.
All
Alright, Biggs.
right,
Alright, you already know my name, so wise supreme Allah. Wise means to apply yourself in an intelligent way based off your what? Knowledge and experience. Supreme means most high superior too. The way I see myself is he who studies and teaches endlessly. Because the more knowledge I gain is the more knowledge I give out. Because whatever goes in, it goes out. Whatever I input is also my what? My output. And whenever you apply your what? Your understanding, your perspective on life, the way you see the world, that's you applying your what? Yourself. And that's the greatest thing that you could ever have is what? Is you. Because if we don't have you, then what else do you have? Talk about. When we talk about having the knowledge of ourselves, we're not talking about having the knowledge of the things that we once had, the things that we'll have in the future. No, it's what we have right now. People that love us, people that care about us. What do you care about? Do you know? What's your passion? What's your fruit? What's the fruit of your labor? If you can't tell me those things, then obviously you're in the wrong place. What you need to do is go back to the lab. Now, today's degree is, tell us what he promised the nation he would do. That he would make a devil, grab from his own people, and teach them trick knowledge on how to rule his people for 6,000 years. Now, I ain't no devil. I'm not that man that degree. So I'm going to tell you my nation what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is what's right for me and right for you. Because what's right for me is also right for you. Because a wise man, he looks for the truth for the common good. We all know this month to be Father Equality Born. But the way I like to see this month, me personally, is facts establish bonds. It means that the truth is the common ground that we can all stand on.
Write that down. Say it again on top. What?
Facts establish bonds.
Wow. Next month.
Because the truth is the reason why we all come together. It's that one common cause we're all here for. We all know what? Allah is God. We all know what? Black people are the original people of the planet Earth. That we the fathers of civilization. We know this. So that's why we're here. We come together what we build. We show what we have within, and we show it without to the world. And we reveal that there is no mystery God that exists everywhere. It's righteous and unseen. The only thing that could exist everywhere and be righteous and unseen is what? Understanding. Because it exists in what's mine. So through me manifesting my wisdom, you're going to see my understanding. And through me utilizing my understanding, you're going to see my wisdom. Peace.
Peace. Ooh. I told him, no, stop. Oh, self-taught. Don't do with that.
Peace.
Go outside. You ready?
Peace.
You know, Allah, today's mathematics being wisdom, understanding, all being more than power. Today's alphabet being wisdom. So today I wanted to manifest or apply my knowledge in an aspect of speaking on international law. right? If anybody see my Facebook page or my YouTube page, I've posted a lot of different, summations of the documentation that I've been working on. So for example, a nation is a group of people that come together under one plane of thought. And a state is the administrative body that that nation governs itself by. So as we say, one word can change a nation, I come with the aspect of Allah's 5% nation state. Peace, God. Allah's 5% nation state. We are Allah's 5% nation.
That's right.
Adding the word state will allow us to have an administrative body that we govern ourselves by. And that administrative body, I've been putting the information out there because I wanted people to add on to the things that I've been working on, because it's a collective. It's a collective work. And I've seen many times in this nation that things that we are to work on collectively, we've been taught to individualize. So for example, if a God or earth has a plan that they want to manifest, a lot of times they're told, yeah, God, you got to do that, man. Just go do that. As if they got to do it by themselves.
Right, teach God.
What's the point of having a nation collectively if everything you have to do individually?
Right. Right, bro. 100% right.
You know what I mean? So therefore, we have to come
Together.
yeah, together. And we say that too often. I try to find a different way to say it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we say that too often. We got to come together. We together right now.
Right.
And the thing is that now, let me not call this building. Let's get to the objective. So, what I've developed is a lot of entities that will help our nation expand as a nation state. So, for example, pursuant to the Monty Video Convention on the Rights and Duties of States. If this going to record, when y'all go back to Washington State, the things that I'm building on, I would want y'all to research on these things, study up on them, because according to our bond history, right, it said in 1971, the gods of earth came alive as a nation, and they started to send representatives to the United Nations to attend international affairs. And I said, yo, what happened to that? Why did we stop doing that as a nation? I was building with the God yesterday, and he told me that the God Rasheen, something had happened to him, and he had went back to the essence.
76.
But he was the God that was attending meetings, or one of the gods that was attending meetings at the United Nations and speaking on those type of issues. So I say, we as a nation, we have to, if one person has information on a particular topic that maybe not a lot of us are in tune with, then we have to all come together and look into what it is that God of earth is studying, so that we can be like, okay, well, I know about that too, and I can add on to this aspect. I know about this, and I can add on to this aspect, and it has to be a collective, because if something happens to that one person, then that person and all the information goes away. But meanwhile, they had a lot of people around them that could have collectively got the information as well. So once again, I'm going to refer y'all to Messiah the Lord on Facebook, and y'all can get a lot of information on there, and Lord Messiah on YouTube as well. And I did videos as well breaking down the different entities and how the entities work. So I'm going to run down a list of the different entities. So we have the Declaration for Statehood, Nationhood, Nationality, and Race for Allah's 5% nation state. That document is developed pursuant to the Monty Video Convention on the Rights and Duties of States. This was a convention that took place in 1933 in Uruguay, where 16 nations came together, United States of America being one of them. They came together, and most of the other nations are Brazil, Chile, Nicaragua, Panama, melanated peoples in South and Central and North America. So it's not like white people. People think like, oh, international law is Caucasians. No, these melanated peoples. So the nation of gods and earths, we got to also put ourselves on that international forum. You know what I mean? Because then we can control the world politics. As we say in our, what we teach and what we will achieve, we say that peace shall be the ultimate goal. And we shall have control of our communities on a community aspect and a world aspect. Right. You know what I mean? So we also, in this convention, is where they came together, agreed to these provisions, and put into place international laws that they all agreed upon. So we have the universal constitution for Allah's 5% nation state, under agreement with our divine officers. The divine officers are the ones who will function in the different positions for this constitution to be in association with a law school in Mecca. And there's clauses within the constitution that state that whatever rules and regulations take place at a law school in Mecca that may differ from whatever clauses are in the constitution, the rules and regulations at a law school in Mecca will take precedence. Meaning that none of this information is changing anything that goes on at a law school in Mecca. This will simply be a constitution that can be adopted by the school to help them function on different affairs and add on to different aspects. So we have the Universal Charter for Allah's 5% nation state. This charter is going to be functioning under an intergovernmental organization known as Allah World Manifest Intergovernmental Organization. And also it's tied into a treaty that we have as well. See, and all of these different documents are putting us in a place of international law so that we can function internationally with different nations. Because remember, going back to the declaration, the 4 aspects that form a state, according to the Montevideo Convention on the Rights and Duties of States, Article 1, it says that a state, being a person in the eyes of international law, possesses the following qualifications. A permanent population. Our permanent population, Mecca, Medina, Oasis, so forth, in all the different regions that we have, this is our permanent population.
5 boroughs is first.
Right, that's where it starts, right? That's where the knowledge and wisdom of our nation
5%.
starts. Exactly. Peace, God, I like that. And also, and see, you understand, because I wanted to start in Mecca.
I was here.
You know what I'm saying? It has to start in Mecca. You know what I mean?
That's where all knowledge, wisdom, understanding came from.
So that's why I'm bringing this information here.
Being built,
You know what I mean? So we also have Allah World Manifest International Organization under agreement with the Board for Peace Officers. The Board for Peace Officers are the body of trustees that will govern that.
Speak up, Lord.
Raise your voice, side with the mic.
Please. So we also have the self-executed Universal Treaty for Peace, Freedom, Justice, and Equality. This peace treaty is basically outlining those following provisions: peace, freedom, justice, and equality. And there's all laws for peace, all laws for freedom, justice, and equality. It's like a 70-page document explaining all of those laws, breaking it all down. So we basically going to have something that we can govern ourselves by, and if other nations want to accede to the treaty, then they can as well. So then we have and under agreement of that treaty, we have the Peacekeeping Force / Monitoring Group / Ceasefire Commission for Allah's 5% nation state. That commission is basically going to govern under a truce for ceasefire that we will have with the local authorities, military, National Guard, whomever, so they can't harm our nationals. And when they see us with our flags, the earths with their head wraps, and all of our international customary.
For a minute, my daughter's a national fashion.
Lord, let the crowd build, please.
You know what I'm saying? When they see us with our international customary laws that we manifest through our customs, then we are identified. Like you see the guard here, you see the 7 on the hat, I would know, oh, he must be one of the 5%ers. That's one of their customs. You know what I'm saying? So he's able to be identified under international customary law. You know what I'm saying? So,
Stop me, man. I like that.
Allah You Justice, we also have Allah You Justice Revocable Divine Trust. This Revocable Divine Trust is going to be the trust that we use to govern each of the different regions and turn these regions into trust territories. What is a trust territory? A trust territory is a territory that is governed by an administrative board to help uplift the social, economic, political, educational development of the people in that area. So all the different regions that we have, we will govern them in that manner so that therefore we can start the process of decolonization. And when you go into the United Nations Charter in 1945, it speaks about decolonization. 180 nations since 1945 have decolonized themselves. Anybody got a water? Mouth is kind of parched. Anybody got water? So we're starting that process of decolonization through these different trust territories. So by you governing these trust territories, through the acquiescence of the people conforming to the administration, this is how we start to decolonize these areas and then put them under the laws of all of our different administrative documents, which means we will be governing these territories internationally. So we also have a law of justice estates, divine trust territories. The trust territories, like I just explained, are the different regions governed under trust. Board for divine trustee, board for divine trusteeship. This one is this is the one here. So under agreement with the Universal Family Divine Trust, if you watch the last month Parliament, Medina Parliament, I did a breakdown of the Universal Family Divine Trust, breaking down how the father being the divine captain, he was teaching the divine lieutenants, which were the non-born, and they went out and started these trust territories. And peep this, little did we know that we were presumptively inheriting our pre-independence boundaries, which is the definition of what's called uti possidetis jurisdiction. This is a Latin term which means the preserving of boundaries emerging as states, requiring them to presumptively inherit their pre-independence boundaries. That means that the lands that we turn into trust territories, by us governing these trust territories through the administration, we eventually start to decolonize them, and they become our decolonized lands. Because you got what's called state land and non-state land. I'll get into that in a minute. So now, the Board for Divine Trusteeship, we got 7 members to run that board. And that board is basically going to be the board that helps to govern the trust territories. They're going to be out there on the ground, taking surveys from the people, seeing what they need, attending to the needs and wants of the people, right? And then we have the International Board for Divine Trusteeship. This is where the heads of state of each administrative board for divine trusteeship from the 7 or elected or selected regions within the divine trust territories who are responsible for fostering the political, social, economic, educational, and cultural growth and development of all human families within these defined borders of each region. They will come together and have a meeting. This meeting is going to be the international convention for the Board for Divine Trusteeship. When we have this meeting, the same way they did in the Montevideo Convention on the Rights and Duties of States, we will come together and put our own international laws into place. And I'm breaking this down to show y'all that this is how we actually get it done. You know what I'm saying? Following the protocol of international law. And there's what's called self-determination. Nobody is stopping us from doing anything for ourselves. Ain't no white man stopping us. Ain't no government stopping us. Ain't no devil. It's us. Only we can stop us from doing what we need to do. Period. It's called self-determination. And I'm gonna finish up these entities, y'all. I don't need to hold y'all too long. I'm gonna finish these entities. I'm gonna let
Peace. Somebody's building. Peace.
Peace. So we have the self-executing. All right. Okay. So. All right. So then we have the resolution to adopt trust. Allow you justice estates revocable divine trust. So the resolution is basically a document where you, it's a resolution stating that we adopt this trust, we will function under this trust and so forth. It's just one of the protocols you got to do in trust law. The declaration for trust is simply a declaration of the trust. It's a summation of the trust. Who are the trustor, the trustees, beneficiaries, purpose of the trust, and so forth. So we got the deed. We got the deed for trust for law and justice estates revocable divine trust under agreement with the Board for Peace Officers. That is the governing body that will function that trust. Then we also have the law and justice estates multinational franchise under agreement with the franchise and franchisees. Now the franchise is an entity to help us make money, basically, to add on in commerce. And it's a multinational franchise because we will be doing business with other nations. You know what I mean? So basically what the nation has to do is form or discover or create a gross domestic product or national gross domestic product that we can basically do business with around the world and interact with other nations through commerce. And last but not least, We have Allow You Justice, Decentralized Autonomy, Decentralized Organization for Autonomy. It's a DAO. And that basically is a form of governance that's not taxed. It's a form of commerce that's not taxed by the government. That's what it means by being decentralized. So this is how we have a commerce that is already in a non-taxable status, so we don't have to necessarily worry about tax exemption because we're already non-taxable. And thank y'all for attention. I'll let my plane on that. Peace.
Peace. I want to make this emergency announcement. Anybody that lives in New York, Region 1, who have loved ones that's incarcerated, they're on lockdown, and the National Guard's now running the prisons because the officers walked out. So if you're not, New York, National Guard is now running the New York State Prison in New York. So if you're not hearing from your loved ones, that's the reason why there's no visitation or nothing. So as we get more information, I will try to make knowledge more, being that the Office of Cultural Management tries to stay on top of what takes place in institutions across the United States. Peace.
Peace. My name is Shah Built. Today's mathematics, wisdom, understanding is Born's power or refinement. I do want to build a little bit about that refinement. This is a nation of righteous people, civilized people. So we have to understand as young men and young women and children alike, but then we know the children reflect what they see from us. So the young men and the young women of this parliament or this nation have to get it in their head, if you don't already have it in your head, that this is not just a nation of hanging out, all right? This is a nation of civilized people, intelligent people. And that is exactly why that little thing that they keep talking about, power or refinement, Allah addressed me one day and said, Shah Born, the father was standing in a law school and he was looking out at his nation and he said, y'all got a lot of power, but put refinement next to that power, because power without refinement can be totally wild. And that's why I'm building upon, this nation is not a hangout club. This nation is not for the groupies. This nation is not for the gangies. If that's what you want to do, please leave this nation. Because we don't need you. You understand? We're about today's mathematics, power or refinement. Remember that. And I'm not just talking about, you could say refinement means to refine yourself, to find yourself. They were lost, but they now found. I understand that if you want to break it down like that. But we also know refinement means to have some kind of culture. And if we know anything about the knowledge God degree, it tells you culture and refinement. You know what culture means? Culture means to have some kind of it means to grow up. Grow up, young men. Especially, I'm talking to the men. Because this parliament is full of men. Very little women. That's right. And I say, those women are, to me, they're forever herbs. You understand? Because they don't quit. And Allah bless them. But this parliament is full of men. And I look around at the men. I'm one of them. But I do my best to practice power and refinement. Some of you knuckleheads are just that. Seriously, man. And I'm trying to tell y'all, are y'all looking in the mirror?
Teach.
Are y'all looking in the mirror? Because it says this is a civilized nation. It does not say this is a groupie nation. It does not say this is a hangout nation. All right? You're black seeds. And when I say black seeds, I'm talking about all of y'all. But the black seeds are the original seeds. And that's us. Y'all need to grow up. How old are y'all? Are y'all still in diapers? Or are y'all going to be men? Because you walk around telling everybody you a man. And you think nobody's looking at you? You swear nobody knows. Yes, people know. And they talk. And they spread the news. the north, the east, the west, and the south. And they talk about them 5%. Have you seen them lately? Do you see what they do in public, out in the world? Oh! Let me tell you something. Surprise! They watching you. Allah's the all-eye seeing. Don't just think it's you, it's them too. Because Allah's the all in all. All of that make up Allah. Everybody make up the Allah. The 5, the 10, the 85, all that is Allah. Allah ain't just the 5%. We are the ones that rose to the top. But those that's still out there living a savage or uncivilized way of life, you don't think that's Allah? That's just the ones that ain't rose to the top. Those are the ones that still blind, deaf, and dumb. You think the 10% don't represent Allah? Get it together. Allah's the all in all, and everybody's watching you. And people talk about you. All right? The God was building, and I want to build about respect. Listen, y'all are people that deserve respect, right? You deserve respect. Don't let people come up in here, want to grandstand, act like they is Miss Muffin. You understand? Everybody got to take a bite. Oh, when I arrive, the world stops. Don't let them come up in here and start running their mouth. You have people up there building who deserve respect. You got people that come in here and all they want to do is disrupt your parliament. You got to ask yourself, what is their agenda? When they come amongst you, the first thing they do is running their mouth from the time they come in the door till the time they come down here, till the time they go back out to the door. I mean, you deserve some respect, don't you? I mean, don't you want to hear the person that's talking? Don't you? How you going to hear the person that's talking when people are just whispering in your ear? Yo, hey, my man, hey, man. All of yo, this is an auditorium. Auto. The word auto means sound. We don't want to hear your noise. All right? And y'all, black men need to start speaking up and telling them, excuse me, my man, I'm listening to the speaker. I don't want to hear your noise. Sit down and have some respect. Because you want some respect, so learn how to give respect. Y'all got to stop letting them come up in here, running their mouth, disrupting your parliament, or shuffling around with paper bags. And what are they doing? They disrupting your parliament. They don't even allow you the chance to hear what the person is saying because they're making so much noise. Stop letting people come up in here doing what they want to do. Each and every one of y'all deserve, each and every one of y'all deserve some respect. And you're not going to get it unless you demand it. And if you let them just do what they want to do, they going to do it until you kiss their Allah, Savior, Savior. Because you just stand there and let them show you their Allah, Savior, Savior, which is a bunch of crap. And I'm speaking about it because I see it. And I said, I got to talk to my brothers. I got to talk to my nation. Why do they constantly allow these people to come amongst them and cause BS? What are they, and you sitting there and letting them do it. And somebody got to get up and say, yo, would y'all please be quiet? The brothers, go somewhere else and do that. They'll kick your behind out. They say, excuse me, you can leave. All right? The people in here is not here to hear you. All right? Have some, and I bet you go a little behind and sit in that chair and shut up. But now you're at your own parliament, and you ain't got enough decency to shut the hell up. What that say about you? I say that's your weakness. You understand? You leave it up to one man or one woman to do what all of y'all should be doing. You know, when they say all of us coming together, that means all of us become, all of us become that one man. All of us become that one woman. We stand together as one. Allah is one. So when they talk about all minds come together, that's when all of us come together as one. When they see us, they see one. You understand? It's not for this guy to do this and this guy to do that. Equality means to be equal. That means to add on to yourself. I'm not talking about somebody else. I'm talking about you. Your brother is right next to you. I just told Bishop. He's talking about I feel so alone. I said, Bishop, you're not alone. Look around. You got a lot of brothers. We your brothers. I know what he was talking about. He said, man, because they're not getting God, and all that, they don't want to come around. Yeah, we got them amongst us too. Sorry, we got them amongst us too. We got some that just come to get Father, Cipher, Divine. As soon as they hear it's a festival, here they come. The rest of the year, you don't see them. Or they just come to hang out to get the God, and the Cipher, and all that crap, and the liquor, and then they gone. So is this our mirror? Is this what people see when they look at us? When they look through the window, is that what they're supposed to see? Huh? Is that what the 5%er is showing them? This is what they see. A bunch of hangout, no good, lazy ass, get high, slimy ass, don't even wash they behind. A sister called me up the other day. She said, Saul, you know what I like about you? She said, man, you always been straight up. You're not one of them grimy. And that's what she was talking about 5%. You're not one of them grimy brothers. She said a bunch of stuff. And I said, boy, thank you very much for telling me that. Because that made me feel good. Wouldn't it make me feel good if somebody told that about you? But what about if somebody say you're one of them old low down, mean? If you care anything about yourself, you'll go and change. And refinement means to change from your wicked ways, from your savage life. Don't tell me that you wasn't uncivilized. You wasn't born from a baby. Maybe some of you was. Most of us was blind, deaf, and dumb. I know I was. And I was being led in the wrong direction until somebody pulled me over and said, brother, let me talk to you. Let me tell you something that I know you don't know. And when he told me that, it registered, and I said, wow. Dang, I'm all that. Tell me some more. Because it sounded mighty good to me. Because it was clean, it was sweet. And it was something that I wanted to hear. And that's what drew me here. And that's why I'm here, been here, ain't going nowhere. All of y'all are supposed to be like that. All of us are supposed to be like that. You understand? We living in this day and time. 1964, 1965, 1966, 1967, and so on. Them gods, I knew them gods. And them gods built and destroyed. And that's why we're here today, because of what they did and what the Father did. Now, what are we going to do? Because it's in our ball, it's in our court. Huh? Look at each and every one of y'all and say, what are you going to do? Get me talking about what they did. Yeah, they did, past tense. What are you going to do? Do, present tense, nowadays. This is not a damn joke. Again, this is the house of the righteous. Excuse me, can y'all have your conversation outside?
That's why you have to have questions.
Just like that. Just like that. Because they'll come up in here and want to have Parliament back there. And Parliament over here. The Parliament is here. That's right, sir. All right? Stop them people from disrupting your house. You know law and order? Stop them from causing confusion in your house. It's ridiculous, brothers and sisters, gods and earths, kings and queens. It's ridiculous that you let this happen. Again, I speak about a sister that got up and spoke and read a poem a few months back. And I looked at her and I saw the tears in her eyes. You know why? Because while she was trying to read her poem, brothers and sisters that been here for decades was running their mouth. Yet we tell our young to be like us. That's what we tell our young. And here comes a young sister who's doing what we say, building, expressing herself, himself, themselves. And we got people that have been here 40, 50, 60 years over here giggling and laughing, not showing any respect. So then that hurt. And the speaker don't even want to come around. Because they say, why should I be around y'all and y'all talking all of this about righteousness and that? And then when it comes down to it, you don't even show me any respect. That's right. But what the hell do I need to be around y'all for? And this is exactly what the 85% and anybody else say. What the hell do I want to be around y'all for? Y'all doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. You ain't showing me no difference. Allah was the difference. He was unlike them, but he was here like himself. That's why they attracted to him, because they saw something they never seen before. And when you see all that unlike crap around you, push it away from you, because it's unlike you, supposedly. And if you air like yourself, show it and prove it. Stop. What the young say, talking about is be about it. And don't be about it. Be about it. The young people tell you all that. So I'm talking about it and be about it. They looking for the prime example. All right? And again, I say Allah is our prime example. But Allah said, hey, when I go home, Colleen told me, King God, he went down to the elevator. They came knocking on the door. He said, Sha Built, Allah was up at the school building with us all night long. Him, El Rahim, a bunch of them. Radu. He said, and then the father said, he left. And we went into the school. Al Rahim, they went into the school and locked up the schools. They were staying in the school. And the father went and jumped in a cab. That's right. Because that's what he always did. And he went down 112th Street to see his wife, daughter, and his children. And then later on, somebody came knocking on the door. Yo, they did it to the father. They did it to the father. Oh, he's down there. They assassinated the father. Woke them up, and they opened up the door. And an 85 said, stop the cab and said, let them get in the cab. Somebody did something to their father. And they went down to 120th Street. Colleen told me it was a bunch of them. And there was the father laying in the elevator. Because they got him when he was in the elevator. He was sprawled out on the elevator like this. Like what's her name? Earthly Embrace say, y'all be talking about, oh, the father died. She said, no, the father didn't die, he was murdered. Damn it. There's a difference between dying and being murdered. They said, we're going to murder that seed. Because if we murder that seed, all the other seeds will fall. Well, what are y'all going to do? They get up here, we get up here, every parliament talking about we building, we doing this, we doing that, we doing it. We need help. We need help. Y'all are supposed to be us. Us is supposed to be y'all. We need add-ons, God and us. We need add-ons. Not just somebody who come, sit, and leave and don't attach to nothing or anything. Again, but not being about it. The young tell you, stop talking about it and be about it. We don't need people to just come, what they call it, come and be in the audience. This is not a show. This is not a show, all right? This is not you go to see the Grand Nubian and then, hey, you go home. Huh? This is supposed to be your home, away from your home. This is your home. You're supposed to be doing something for your home. The God-born justice said, hey, the school belongs to each and every one of us.
That's right.
Huh? When you see something need to be done, you do it.
That's right.
Speak up. Add on. Be about it. Stop talking about it only and then shucking your shoulder because you're too lazy. Oh, they talking about we need some economic add-on. I ain't even know what I done heard brothers get up and say, why don't y'all stop begging? Who the hell is begging? We talking about adding on to your own house.
God told us not to beg.
Huh?
That's what God told me.
Listen, we talking about adding on to your own house.
Check out the yard.
Excuse me, my brother. You want to talk when it's time for you to talk. Not just when you feel like it. Running your mouth. Disruption. Exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm glad you see it. Exactly what I'm talking about. Then people just come up in here and want to disrupt everything. Because they want to say something, come up here and say it. Stop trying to get everybody's ear as you walk away. Everything is damn for real, man. I bet you couldn't go nowhere else and do that again. Well, my point is this. Power and refinement is something that we have, something that we need, something that you got to keep with yourself. Be a family, join on. This ain't no damn joke. And when you see the clown, tell the clown, go to the circus. All right? That's where your clown belongs. We don't need clowns. We're not playing. And then all of us, like Colin said, if all of y'all got to get up and just become one big block, confront that noise and run it from amongst you. Because all it's doing is causing confusion. And we don't need it. If you don't understand those mathematics, I don't know what you understand. Because that's simple, plain mathematics. And it's real. So face it, because it's real. I'm talking to you, because I'm looking in the mirror when I'm talking. I'm talking to myself when I'm talking to you. You don't understand me? Do you understand me?
Yes.
Because I understand you. But sometimes I say, what are y'all doing? Come on, man. This is a brother what? Hood. Hood, something that covers everything. This is not no damn separation here. This is a brotherhood, like a neighborhood, a community of people. Community, that means unity, come together. Community, come together. Unified as one. All right? This is what we say we're about. Either we're going to show and prove, or we ain't going to show and prove. One way or the other. It's one way or the other. Ain't no in between here. It's one way or the other. Either you're going to manifest, or you're going to be wiped out. Because them people not playing with you, brother and sisters. They not playing. They taking away every right that you fought for. All our ancestors fought for. That creep in the White House and all his cronies. And y'all got the nerve to say, well, the politics don't affect me. Crazy. You crazy. You better wake the hell up. All that stuff is going to fall right down and beat you in your behind. Then you're going to start crying and say, well, I thought. Yeah, you thought. Stop thinking and start knowing what the hell is going on out here. Wake up! Huh?
I'm up now.
Wake the hell up!
Since 67.
Because I get sick and tired, boy, of watching my people sleep. And while they sleeping, the puppet master got them by the string. I mean, come on, man. And understand, some of them puppet masters is sitting in here. I know you know damn well, anytime you have any kind of black revolution or any kind of revolution, the government is going to send their infiltrators to come amongst you and say, peace. Today's mathematics is. And go right back to the damn puppet master and say, yeah, this is what they do. Don't act like you silly. I know you got enough sense to know that. That's why you got to know who's amongst you. Not just here, everywhere. You know damn well what you stand for, they don't like. You know that. They don't love that. You say the black man is God. You think they say, oh, boy, we love you. No, they don't. Why do you think they did that to Allah? Because they loved him? And why do you think they poison you each and every day and each and every way? Because they love you? Can you be fooled? Then let's just ask you, can you be fooled? Huh? Are you really that ignorant that you think they love you? They step on you like you step on a roach. When you see a roach in your house, you go after it. That's what they do to you. One way or the other. And now they're doing it by taking away all your rights, your health rights, your educational rights, talking about they want to get rid of this, rid of that. Now they got some guy sitting up there, his name is Robert F. Kennedy, talking about he want to stop all the vaccines that they knocked out measles and all that sort of stuff. Measles is coming back strong. And measles is very contagious and can kill you. You remember when you was a child, you had to get vaccines so you would be immune. Now they trying to tell you, oh, forget this and forget that. You all got children and grandchildren. All of these diseases will come back. Oh, he loves you? Huh? U.S. aid. How they give aid all over the country, all over the world. They got this guy talking about, his name is Elon, whatever the hell, who's talking about he want to wipe out this and wipe out that. Everything that you got good, they're trying to eliminate it or bring it down. And you think it don't trickle down to you, you're crazy. Because you ain't on an island. You live in America. You live on the earth. And this stuff is affecting worldwide. The guy want to be a dictator. That means that what I say is law. You have no vote. There is no vote when there's a dictator. The dictator says what he says and that's it. There's no such thing as equality. There's no such thing as democracy. There's an autocracy. There's something that makes me your boss, and that's it. And that's what they bringing about in this world. That's why he loves Putin and all of them other dictators. He suckers up to them. Why? Because that's what he wants to be. And ready to run your lives. Don't let it happen, man. Open up your eyes and see what's going on around you. Stop worrying about, oh, my life is in my neighborhood and that's it. Your life is everywhere. Don't you say that? I'm God of the what? It didn't say I'm God of my block only. It didn't say I'm God of Harlem only. I'm God of, I'm from the head only. It say you God of the what? That's you and I verse. Well then, he's versing you. You and I verse. Who's gonna win? Understand, build, or destroy. Who is going to be the winner? You or them? If you keep on pussyfooting, they may knock your ass out. You might have to get back up and polish yourself off and say, damn, this is for real. Yeah, it's for real. It's for real, brothers and sisters. Every day of your life, this is real. It's called LIFE. And you live it. This is not something you just go to the movies, like I said, and then be, oh, it's a good show. No. This happens every day. You tell everybody it's called living mathematics. You tell everybody that. Well, then listen to what you're talking about. Because this is your life. And if you're going to pussyfoot in your life, believe me, the puppet master is going to pussyfoot you. And he ain't going to be, he or she ain't going to be playing with you. Because it ain't just men, it's women too. Sleeping with the what? Yeah. Don't fall asleep. If you wake up, don't go back to sleep because he's ready to rock the cradle. Put them back to sleep. They waking up. All right? Let's put them back to sleep because that's the only way we can do it. Is to put them back to sleep. Rock-a-bye, baby. They ain't got to worry about you when you sleep. They only worry about you when you wake up. And I'm telling all of y'all, man, y'all woke up. Or at least you waking up. Some of y'all are wide awake. Don't play with your life. Because the devil ain't playing with you. Wisdom, understanding. Yeah. Wisdom, understanding. Are you wise enough to understand? Wisdom. Do you understand wisdom? Are you wise enough to understand wisdom, understand? What did he promise this nation that he would do? That he would be? He didn't do it. He said, I'm going to make a people that's going to be unlike my own people. He was one of us. And I'm going to teach them how to move until my people get it back together. When they get it back together, that'll be the third day, the understanding day, and then you'll see everything the way you're supposed to. Because I already see it. Y'all need to wake up and see it for yourselves. Huh? All of y'all better start being the knower. All of us need to start being the knower. Huh? What did Noah did? He saved people, right? That's what they tell you. Did he drown? No. Did Noah drown? No. Because he was the knower. He knew what to do. Well, all of y'all say y'all know what to do. Say you got number one. Know the knowledge, know the ledge so you don't fall off the edge. Stop playing, boy, you'll fall. And if you don't fall, he might be right there to go like this. Kick your ass off the edge. You know why? Because you let him do it. If you let him do it. Did it say that? What? It say, let me just say one other thing. Well, I know y'all know it. I'm going to say it anyway. It say, and he did they take the power or did somebody give them power? It say, and he gave them the power. Right? Allah gave them the power. So that means that you can keep on giving him the power if you don't stop being weak and wicked and uncivilized. You are teaching him to master you daily. That's what our people do. We teach the devil how to rule us because we won't master our what? Self. So if you don't master yourself, somebody else is going to master you. Each and every day, you give him the power to rule. You got to turn it around, brother. Take your power what? Back. Make it right. Everything is twisted. Make it what? Right. And what? Exact. That's what you say. So stop. Again, I'm gonna say what the children say, and then I'm gonna leave you all alone. Stop talking about it. Be about it, brothers and sisters. My name is Shah Born, Olo Dumari. Olo Dumari is a Yoruba name. It means God Supreme. Y'all say my name is Shah Born Supreme? Well, Olo Dumari means supreme. God Supreme is the same thing. I just wanted to get out of the English language. That's why I said, let me get an original name, a black name, something that relates to my culture. Instead of saying supreme, I say Olo Dumari. Translated into your English language, it means supreme. So it's the same thing. But I'm rocking all of that old English, because I ain't British. And I damn sure ain't English. Peace!
Peace is God's earth. We're going to do nation business at this time. I'm being laws mathematics. I am a liaison for the Office of Cultural Management. The first bill I'm going to give you is about the Google Scholarship Program. As you know, we partner with Google and we have free scholarships. For those that have completed the Google Scholarships Program, please share with us your experiences of how Google assisted you, if it assisted you with your employment, getting different positions, you know what I'm saying, how they might have got you with certain companies and corporations. Please share them experiences with us. All right? These scholarships are available for anybody, not just in the wilderness and not in North America, but all over this earth, this planet Earth. Contact me. Contact one of the members from the Office of Cultural Management, whether it be in cybersecurity, digital marketing, e-commerce, IT support, project management, UX design, and IT support. These scholarships are free. They will end December 31st of 2025. Anybody going to Coursera.org, you have to pay for these courses. Google work with you. They put you in a career circle to show you how they're going to walk you in the door, let you know what corporations are available in your area. I don't care what city you're from. They will tell you, they will contact you, let you know this is what we're going to do. We're going to help you perfect your resume. You know what I'm saying? Create a portfolio, a profile that's going to be conducive for you to be able to get that place of employment. For those of you that look for promotional status, these scholarships is also good for you. This might get you $10,000, $15,000 more a year. Take advantage of it. It's free. And it's at your own pace. If you want to get up 3 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock at night, you know what I'm saying, you want to do during the day, just spend 5 hours a week from 6 to 9 months and you would get your certification in these courses.
That's good knowledge.
These are free. Any parent having a child that might graduate this year and don't know if they might go to school of higher learning, have them take advantage of these courses. The medium entry level for cybersecurity is over $100,000 a year. Digital marketing e-commerce is $112,000 a year. That's the medium level of it. Have them take advantage of these free courses. A lot of youth sometimes go to college, don't make it their 3rd or 4th year. This is something they can take advantage of to have in their pocket, back pocket, just in case if that fails. As always, I always give you an update on the prefab building account. As you know, it's still at $7,134. The reason for that was because the restructuring of a law school in Mecca comes first. And we deal with first things first and last things last. And then add on the restructuring and the law school development project will be Bilal and Green. Peace.
My name is Bilal. Today's mathematics is wisdom understanding. The first thing I'm going to share out about is the activity and the book celebration that we're having in the gymnasium with the children. So as promised, the education committee that is out of the Law Youth Center in Mecca, out of the law school, we're looking to do continuous activities that will allow opportunities for all of us to bring our children back to the Parliament as well as the community. So today we had various literacy stations,
Children were able to make jewelry, they were able to color, they were able to do
Hold
word
that down right
banks.
there, please.
They were able to do word searches.
Brother, I can hear you all. Thank you.
They were able to construct puzzles. They were able to create their own scented candles. They were able to create their own stories, and they also had a real-life station. The event concluded with a young author, Amaryllis. She's 14 years old, had her own book of poetry published through Barnes & Noble, and she shared with the children at her feet what her pathway was and asked them a number of questions. How we concluded the event was all of the children got bags from Puma, and they were allowed to stuff as many books in their bag as possible that they will take home for free. This was a brainchild and a vision of God Shamgar, and we all supported him. It all came from when we had the toy giveaway in December. He got that determined idea, and it was actualized on this Wisdom and Understanding Day. So look forward to this type of work to continue. The next thing you'll hear from us is about Show and Prove in June, the Show and Prove weekend, with the science fair and other educational celebrations, and of course, you know, Children's Day in Medina. It's all one mind, it's all the same group. Sometimes we extend our tentacles much larger, depending on where we are, but we're staying consistent, showing and proving what we do as a family. At this point, I'm going to have my brother Dupree give some updates of where we are in terms of the revitalization and the overall and overarching development of the law school in Mecca. Peace.
Peace, 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 peace. Supreme law, today's mathematics is wisdom, understanding, all being born of power. And we don't understand when we manifest our understanding through our wisdom, there's only one outcome. That's power. Just a few updates. We have a lot going on in this nation at this time. Our country is transitioning into a new cycle altogether. And so now more than ever, our mission becomes crucial. You know, we have the 85% looking for answers, looking for guidance. We've been training this way ever since I was knowledge, understanding years old, right? A lot of this is what we're seeing today was predicted in year one with knowledge, begot wisdom, and manifested understanding. So we have the cognitive ability, we have it in us, and now it's our duty, because our duty as a civilized person is to teach he who is what? Right. So now more than ever, we are looking at the climate as it changes with regard to the project that we're working on. And one thing I want to emphasize at this time is that we are in a position politically to withstand any transition that goes on with regard to the recent developments with Mayor Adams. So if anybody is wondering, we have positioned ourselves in a neutral position so that we can have the same relationship we have in his office and any other office that comes in. Whether it's Jamani, whether it's Cuomo, we are positioned to take advantage and leverage our relationships. So we're on point with that. As of this time,
could you explain that a little bit, God?
Pardon?
Could you explain that?
Explain what?
In terms of what you mean that you reposition.
Okay, hold 1 second, God. Let me get through the agenda, God.
I got you.
So as far as the bid status goes, we received. You didn't build on this on the bid, right? As far as the bids, we put out an RFP request for proposals. We've gotten 4 walkthroughs. When we say walkthroughs, we mean companies that wanted to go see what the cycle was, look at the structure, and then they put in a subsequent bid. So we've received we've had a total of understanding visits, culture visits, and 3 proposals. So we now are in the review process of that. The next step is for us to identify a liaison so that we can operate with the Department of Finance to support the repair work that we have underway. So that's underway. And we also have added to our staff, we added a webmaster, Born of Law, who has built our website. We got that in place. We have Sincere on, we have Unique on deck. He's an IT specialist for our parliaments and help us with our technology. So ideally, what we want to do is just position us as an organization, a nation that has everything running like a tight engine, God. Like we gotta level up all the way, God, because our brand is global and we need to act as such and we need to have the proper professionals in place to facilitate what our needs are at a high level. And I think that's it. Yeah, we're gonna take 2 questions.
Yeah, I just want to get a sense of how we politically, in terms of the situation that's going on with Mayor Adams, how are we positioned so that we insulate ourselves and so that we can move forward with whatever next administration. As you mentioned, I just want to get a sense of clarity.
Well, when I use that,
I got it. Okay. So the beauty of the relationship that we have with anyone at City Hall is that it precedes them, the relationship with the 5% and New York City Department of Finance established by Mayor Lindsay and Allah. So the reason why Maria Torres Springer, as well as Mayor Adams and Nate Bliss and everybody a part of that regime was so receptive to doing any type of interaction in business with us because it is clear and established of the relationship of that property and the 5%, it precedes them. So whoever precedes them or comes after them, they will have to honor the same thing because it's bigger than them. It's a relationship that's already been established that they have to honor.
Okay.
Second question. Yes, God.
In 2024, we had a visit from Keith Wright, a former assemblyman, and we had Yusef Salaam, who came and addressed the Parliament and said, at this time, we have people in positions in city government, possibly even state government, that can assist the 5% financially and so on and so forth, what you was talking about, and what we want to do with our property in Mecca here. So my question is, I think you already answered the question, but I'm going to just say it again. We are not sleeping and we're not disregarding what they told us. They said, again, we have people ready. Don't blow this time. Because if you blow this time, we don't know when it's going to come. We have people in position that's ready to assist y'all. And Keith Wright, when we named the street in the name of Allah, the 5% of justice, Keith Wright said, y'all got this for 99 years. We want to make sure y'all have it for another 99 years. So they came, and my question is, we are actually taking advantage of what they presented to us. Correct or not?
Absolutely. So the good news is this, right? It came to the God of Lobby Mathematics, and it went to Born Justice, and now it's in the hands of Dupreme, that actually Assemblyman Yusef Salaam in his office is going to be presenting a citation to a law school of Mecca. So that's all happening as we speak. So all those things that you're mentioning, Sapu, will be garnered and gathered and taken advantage of as all that is happening. Because we do know that citations are a nice presentation, a nice offering for something in return. And if you pay attention to when Yusef Salaam was elected, this is an election year for him. He goes back up in the fall because his term ends January 1, 2026. Rasheen.
When is this presentation supposed to take place?
We're in the middle of gathering all that now. We heard a few weeks ago, and we're looking to figure out when they want to do the formal presentation.
So make sure that when they have that going, we be there for that. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
More than likely, we got a Parliament card. Yeah. Even if they have some other celebration, some other formal setting, we'll make sure that it also comes back here. So it's documented and everybody gets a chance to see what it is.
And just to add to what the God is saying, our intention is to include our whole entire nation and to leverage this opportunity, because as we go into a voting season, it's important that we use ourselves as a voting block. Like, that's our power. The citation is really good and it's cool and everything, but best believe, God, like we have a voice and we should be utilizing it. So we're under that's how we're moving forward with it, God.
One last thing, Rasheen.
Yeah. When you speak of voting blocks, that's a fact that we could all manifest this year. We all forget this year is a born year when you had the mathematics up.
a lot of things are going to be born, a lot of things are not going to be born, but we got to strive for what we can get done. We got to go, mathematics is there for it. We just got to follow the mathematics, God. Because there's no way we can be unsuccessful if we do our job. You know, for 360 degrees, for each one of them degrees, there's another 360 degrees. So it's an everlasting job we got to do, God. You know what I'm saying? It's in your hands, but I got Medina with the politics. You know what I'm saying? All I got to do, let me know what you guys are going to do, and I'll get my people in Medina to get working, man. Because this is across the board, all 9 regions, not just here. So we have to set an example, God, you know what I'm saying?
Keep in mind, too, at the end of the year, that the funding for these programs usually dries up during this time, and then they allocate it to the next individual coming in to teach. So we want to be a part of that allocation. So we got to get on this now.
So hence is why the God said the way we positioning ourselves in this neutral state where we're holding fast to the relationship and to the promise that was made, not to any individual regime. So no matter who's in place, we're going to be rocking with them because it's our just due, because this was established by Allah and that man, and we're continuing the legacy. So we're not getting caught up in who's in the seat. We're caught with absolutely. One last, because we don't want to monopolize this, all right?
In the United States, we have separation of church and state, right? So due to that fact, right, if the city wants to associate with a law school, not like the nation as a whole, let's say the schools, and if the status of the school has been altered, would you have to create maybe a contractual clause that prevents a conflict of interest, so that way a law school of Mecca and the city will actually be able to do business? Because with a conflict of interest, that will prevent any type of business from ever happening. You understand what I'm saying? So there has to be a...
Would you repeat what you were just saying?
So you gotta be a commercial. Yeah, so God, what's your name? Lord Messiah made a statement with his concern about the relationship between church and state, and because the city is the city and the law school is a law school, would there have to be some additional agreement in order for us to do business? So the truth of it is this, that the business was already established between Medina and Allah, and it went through the Urban League, right? And so because the Urban League vacated the space, the 5%ers, us, continue to be there. So we have, and so all the documentation that many of us already have or have been privy to always alluded to the fact and directed us that we had every right to be in that space, regardless of ownership or not. Like, I'm not going to get into that argument today, but regardless of ownership or not, all the documents always lended to we had the right to be in that space. Particularly in those of you who are privy to Barry Goddard's letter that he wrote before he went to the Essence. In his letter, he also said that he affirms as an attorney that the property will still be in the right of us to use as long as we continue to do what Allah had this space to be used for, and that is to teach children and to do things around you. So we have never vacated that promise. We always have done accordingly, so we won't have any issues. So again, if you look at the documents, when we talk about the Department of Finance, it's not that we're looking for money. That is actually the space in the office that actually holds the title. When you do any type of deep dive search of 2122, it's always going to come back to the Department of Finance. It'll tell you about all the people who owned it in the past, who defaulted on the mortgage and lost the lease and all those things, and it also mentions the Urban League and the 1 year and all those things. So really, it all points back to the Department of Finance. That's the only reason why we mentioned them and talked about why we needed a liaison to make sure as we do all these repairs out in the open, that we have a direct contact, so we show that we are the rightful owners and dwellers of that space, and we continue to do the right thing as we always have. We always have done the right thing, but we've never
interacted with the city in that way. In this day and time, we're looking to do everything above board because there's no reason to hide, because as men and women, we're able to be responsible enough not to duck and dodge, but to share it right up there in front and be transparent. That's the only distinction. So to answer the question, God, at this point, there is no need to have any additional agreement because the agreement has already been set. We're just living it out. We're just living out a Allah's truth based on the relationship we have with Mayor Lindsay. As long as we don't deviate it and use that space for something else, right? As long as we continue to use that space to teach children and to serve the community, because that's what it is, that's what it's always been, right? No matter what language we use, it's always been that. As long as we continue to do the calling like that, we won't have any issues. That's why you look up any record, we always were supported by the city because they always said we have the right to be there because we continue the agreement that Allah had with us. On that, I'm going to say peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace. All praise is due to Allah. All praise is due to Allah. I thought that's what we was here for today. Everything everybody else said was relevant, that's peace. But I thought that's what we was here for today. We are. We got it. Okay. All right. Well, I ain't hear nobody get, well, maybe I missed something. Okay, that's peace. But I thought that's what we was here for today. We got all kind of problems where we can talk about all of that. But before, I know when I used to come before, I used to hear brothers get up here and share their experiences about Allah. And when they, you know, what happened when they was with him and when he was here. But now we're talking about everything but him.
This is Allah.
How?
Listen what you said.
How? Hold on, brother. You have your turn. And when you was up there, you ain't say nothing about me. This ain't about you today, brother.
Peace, God. Peace to you. Listen. You come kind of late. Earlier, we were going to
this is about him.
Listen. Let's talk about that.
I know, and I know somebody did. No, I'm not saying we ain't talking about Allah all day.
Listen. We did that. There's always been about religion. It's about his nation. It's about his nation. It's about his us. It's about what we're doing anything. Right? Get back to that. That's right.
All right, baby. Hey, try to work on that out on the side. Hey. To follow up to what Bilal was talking about, I go back to what I spoke about earlier about that meeting that they had in October, I think it was October 1977, and it was telling about the leaseholder, which we are that, so that shows that we are the owners of that particular said property. And as long as we do everything within the realm of education and community outreach, we're safe as far as being able to maintain a law school in Mecca as far as the mandate is concerned between Allah and Mayor Lindsay. A lot of people, it's a contract, but it's a word of mouth more so, honoring the word of bond of Lindsay to Allah. And by Allah passing it off to the firstborn and the first non-born to where we got it, and we striving to maintain the same type of community outreach, the same type of educational outreach that we do at a law school in Mecca. One of the things that I remember when Barry Garther came to the school a couple of years back, we had a meeting, and he was telling us about as long as we stay within the realm of the structural agreement that was made between Mayor Lindsay and Allah, that we shouldn't have any problem with the city. If the city ever came to try to make any type of approach to try to take the school from it, all we got to do is resort back to that particular document and that particular conversation. And with this document that I read from 1977, all that information is in there. It's a 62-page document. And all that is basically is in there saying that we are the leaseholders, so basically by being a leaseholder, we are the owner of said properties. But because nobody don't know, go back to what I was saying before, if you're not into the managerial aspect of owning a property, you wouldn't know that. Because we have to become and know that we're owners. And by being an owner, you have to be able to maintain certain responsibility of your said property. You gotta make sure you got smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, combos as they call them, fire extinguishers. Make sure that the electrical outlet is up to code, up to speed. You gotta have an egress, which we got the back door. If something happened in the school, we can go out the back door as well as go out the front door. We can go out the back gate as well as go out the front gate. It's called an egress in case of emergency. So the fire department can't hit us with a citation of anything of that nature because we have an egress. We have a smoke detector. We got fire extinguishers. We got combo smoke detectors and everything. Go ahead, God.
Anybody got a Dodge Durango?
Yeah.
S63LTV.
That's you, God? Okay, he's coming.
So the main thing that we got to understand is that because you got 4 or 5 people that be at a law school, those 4 or 5 people are only maintainers. We all got the right to come down to a law school. If you want to set up a shop, a program, or do something, all you got to do is make knowledge born. God, this is what I would like to do. You know, Rasheen might want to come and do a chess course down there. He'll bring chess books. I know he played chess. And God, I want to do this at this particular time with these particular young, at ages such and such, such and such. We got chess boards there. We got the guard you need. I call him the IT guard. If anybody's child want to learn how to use computers, if any adult want to learn how to use computers, I learned how to use computers because of Unique. When we did some programs in P-Line, that's how I learned how to use it. And even to the day, if I come into a problem with my computer or any Android or whatever the case may be, I call the guard. I don't call nobody else to deal with my computer. Anything, like you have a mechanic on your car. Like you go to the barber shop with a beautician, you want to have somebody that's familiar with you, that they know your vehicle. So he's familiar with everything I got in my house as far as IT as equipment is concerned. I deal with him. And I say that to say this. A law school in Mecca is our school. It ain't no big I, ain't no little you. Can't nobody come to tell you you can't do nothing. I spoke on you earlier, see true. That's what I was talking about, that come down to the school 2 or 3 times a week and make sure the school is clean, garbage cans is empty, and everything is smelling fresh. That's the see truth that I was talking about earlier. Coming down to add on and do certain things, it's a simple process. God, I got some downtime, I'm coming by the school, what can I do? There's always something to do. If you know how to put up pictures on the wall, you might want to add on, bring some picture frame. I don't like the way these pictures look, though. I'm going to add on, I'm going to bring some frame. Simple. It's a simple process. Come to the school. If you don't have no other time during the week, come on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. You got the guard out there on Sunday. They got the boxing for the children. That's free. They got the civilization class on Saturday from 1 to 3. Sometimes it overlaps. You got the Earth on Equality Perfection. I think she said March 23rd. She's going to start doing the CPR training at a law school. These information we give out to y'all so y'all can come. I think everybody needs to have CPR training because you never know when somebody might drop. Just those little bit of seconds that it takes to pump somebody's heart is enough time for them to live and survive until the EMT gets there. So these little things we need to learn. First aid, we need to learn that. It's about our health. A lot of our brothers and sisters are dropping like flies. They in the hospital, they got high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and they don't know sometimes that they are sick because they don't go what? To the doctor. They don't go get physical. Some people are scared to go to the doctor because the doctor will tell you the truth. They're going to take your blood. In your blood is the system that will tell you everything that's wrong with you. They got one blood test they take and let you know everything that's wrong with you if you get a physical. I go to the doctor twice a year. Now I go 3 times a year because I got to make sure that my health is good and I'm able to do what I can do to add on to my nation and still be here for years, months, and days after a lot of my brothers are gone. A lot of my brothers and sisters are gone now. I'm God knowledge years old right now. I've been in this knowledge since 1968, 57 years, more or less. But the thing about it, if you know how to eat to live, you don't let brothers get you sick, you don't get stressed out, you don't end up in jail, you ain't using no drugs, you ain't doing nothing that's not what? Righteous or right and exact, you can retain your health. If you read books, you can remember stuff. The older you get, people start to forget stuff. That's why it said we renew our history every 25,000 years, but really we renew our history every day. Get up in the morning, you be grateful that you woke up, you go through the mathematics for the day, you go through the lessons for the day, you might want to go through your Quran, you might want to go through the Bible, or what I'm going to say today, or what I'm going to deal with today, and then when you get out into the world, you're already prepared to deal with what's coming at you. Because the devil is always working. The devil's coming from the left, he's coming from the right, coming from in front, from behind, and above, and below. Yes. And if you're not prepared, you don't have your shield of Islam, our self-Lord and Master, around you to protect you, you're going to get got. Right. And you're not only going to get got by the white man, you're going to get got by the black devil as well. And the worst devil is the black devil. But that's the one that's right next to you. They know your highs and your lows, your woos and your woes. Because you done spilled the beans. They know where the bodies are buried. They envy of you and the love that you show and the manifestation of the truth that you say you're about. And they manifest envy because they want to be where you at.
That's right, God.
And if you building and you doing things right and exact, you don't do it because you want to shine and get applause and get accolades. You do it because it's in your heart.
That's right.
You do it because mathematics, you make it walk and talk. You make it live and breathe because you embrace it. That's what the Father Equality Born is all about. Equality yourself first. You save yourself first, then you make knowledge born to everybody else and help them save themselves. But if you don't want to learn how to swim, I can't make you swim. If you want to learn how to box, I can't make you box.
What's your name, brother?
If you don't want to learn how to teach, if you don't want to learn how to teach, I can't make you teach. You see what I'm saying? You have to want to learn. You have to want to box. You have to have that desire, that will, that determination. Don't let nothing get in your way. Don't let nothing stop you, regardless of whom or what. That's right. We save a law school. That's the save a law school mentality, regardless of whom or what. The school is being saved not just by physically being there. As you walk and talk and manifest the reality of who you are, be you God, be you earth, wherever you go, you're manifesting the reality from the headquarters. The national headquarters.
Say it again.
And from the national headquarters, we plan on branching out to all the regions.
Say that again.
We're going to have the point people in every region. So when God comes to the parliament, come to the school, and say, listen, I'm from Virginia, so-and-so. Don't worry about it. We got a book right here. We know in Region 4, we have this brother here you can contact, or this sister here you can contact. We get ready to get the regional map put up on the wall in the law school, so when somebody comes, they know what region they're in case they don't know when they come to visit. Like I said earlier, we have people come from China, Korea, Japan, Egypt, Palestine, and Israel. I spoke to them personally. There's a guy on Sunday, I think it is, Sunday morning, a tour guide. He comes through. One day I was there in the morning to help get the vendors in and out, and he had like 25 people with him. And I'm listening to him tell his story to the touree. And he dealt with the Nation of Islam first. He dealt with Malcolm X, and he stood right on the corner of the school, and he did the best he could to explain what was going on with our school. He did it the best that he could, so what I did, I added on to what he was saying. And I told him, when he come back again, when I see him, we're going to have like a pamphlet to give out so that he can have a better understanding of what we're about. So we're working on the pamphlet. A lot of you justice and Shah Quest and a lot of mathematics, we're putting something together that when somebody comes to the school that's not part of our culture, we can just hand that to them. Because a lot of times people don't have time to stand there and listen to you run down the history. But because we got the picture of the law right in the school, the computer lab is right there, the classroom is right there, it's a quick 1, 2, 3 walkthrough. And I walk them through the school and say, this is so-and-so, this is the firstborn, and this is the brother that taught me, and this is the sister that I learned from, and this is the earth that I used to have, and this is the other sister that I know. And tell them what they're doing. They are impressed because they get in history that's new to them, and they walk by the school every day. Every day. They say, I didn't know this was here. Come on in. School smelling good. They got the pictures up there. Everything is in order. There's no confusion. There's nobody cursing. Anybody up there nodding. Anybody up there drinking. Anybody up there smoking. That corner is the safest corner in the block. Because the gods and earth are maintaining and doing what has to be done. Ain't nobody arguing up there. Ain't nothing but love there. And you would know that if you came what? Through. Instead of criticizing, not knowing what's going on. All things being real. Allah is God, always has been, always will be. And regardless of whom or what, the righteous is going to do what the righteous is going to do. But the wicked is going to do what the wicked is going to do. And if the righteous are not on point, then the wicked is going to what? Win. That's right. God and the devil work hand in hand. God get the good doers while the devil get what? The bad doers. Right. So if you're doing bad and the devil gets you, it's your fault that you got because you didn't live out the righteousness that Almighty God Allah gave us. That Almighty God Allah taught us. Whoever taught you came from the same root, came from the same tree, and it all goes back to Allah. That's right. Everything goes back to the first 9 born. Everything goes back to the first fruit. Everything goes back to Allah because it's sprinkled out the same way. Everybody in here, whoever you taught, is teaching somebody else. And if you taught them right, they're going to pass it down the line. God told me the other day, said, God, you don't remember, I got my flag from you years, months, and days ago, and I still got my flag. That was years ago. It must have been over 15 years I had flags and I was dealing with that. Right. But it means something when you take somebody through a lesson. Right. Not to criticize you, to say, you know, you don't know your lesson. If you wear the flag, you should know what the flag means. If you say you're part of the nation of gods and earth, then you should know what the nation of gods and earth is all about. If you say you're a 5%er, you should know what a 5%er is. If you say you're a civilized person, you should know what a civilized person is. You don't have to lie or argue about your identity. Because it's all under a blanket. To make everything cool, calm, and collective, we're righteous, civilized people. Now what? Who's going to dispute that? We're part of the 70% that's satisfied on the planet. Not part of the 30% that's dissatisfied. Because tell us what and how the devil is made from the dissatisfaction of not understanding the cipher. If you don't understand the cipher, how you going to see complete? A lot of mathematics is real. It's not a game. It's not a joke. And we're not envious of each other. We love each other. I give you love, give you peace, I give you happiness, and I want the same thing in return. You ain't got to like me. I don't care if you don't like me or not. Don't matter to me. You're not going to get me sick. You're not going to make me lose no sleep. I'm not going to lose no weight. I'm going to continue to build each and every day, each and every way to show and prove that I'm God, Lord, born, justice, Allah, teaching the righteous way. I don't care if you don't like me. It don't matter. As long as you're doing what you got to do, I'm going to do what I got to do. As long as we're doing it together, we're going to the same destination. Because it's not always saying, I'm taking something from knowledge to born. I take it from knowledge to born, but before I take it back and make it real, I make sure that I go through the wisdom stage, the understanding stage, the culture freedom stage, the power stage, the equality stage, the God stage, and then I get to the build or destroy to figure out if the thought or idea that I'm dealing with is going to be born dead or be born alive. So when you take it from knowledge to born, you're going through the process of the 7 stages. Are they going to survive the trials and tribulations that go from wisdom to build or destroy? You make things born, dead, or alive based on the knowledge that you're possessing, based on the knowledge that you say you know. So if you got the knowledge and you use it for the what? Right reason. You put it in the right season. You manifest it the way it's supposed to be, complete. Then you're going to be what? Born alive, not born dead. So don't get mad at people when they come with an idea and it don't go to fruition. It don't give full birth. You might get to the 7th stage. Can't give birth to nothing in the 7th stage because a child is born in 7 months. What is called? Premature. It's a premature birth. Sometimes they can survive and sometimes they can't, based on how you take care of the child in that particular condition. They all go back to knowledge. You got the proper knowledge, the child is born premature, and you do certain things, that child will what? Survive. But if you don't have the knowledge on how to do what's right, and you end up doing what's wrong, that child will what? Not survive. So being born alive and being born dead all depends on the energy and effort that you put into your idea, your way, your action, your thoughts, and your deed. You are the master of your reality. Nobody can master you. You master yourself. And if it's a negative thing, as I was told, if you want to master something, you got to do what? Leave it alone. If you want no confusion in your cipher, then expel that person, leave them alone. You want somebody to help you elevate yourself, because with the knowledge of self, not saying you're supposed to be better than anybody else, but the knowledge of self enables you to do better than you did before you had knowledge of self. So if you got knowledge of self 5 months ago, and you understand the knowledge that you have, your position that you had 5 months ago should be better 5 months later. If you're applying the supreme mathematics and you live it out right and exact, then your wisdom and your understanding are going to manifest your power, because the power is what? The truth. And the truth will set you free from all negativity that's around you, in you, and outside of you. As long as you can see it and put your hand on it, you can identify with it, you know how to destroy it, you know how to build, you know how to renew it, or you know how to get around it always, what's the matter. So I invite y'all to come to a law school on Saturday or Sunday and just see what's going on down there for yourself. Don't accept nothing on face value. Don't go about what people telling you, because you know what? People lie. That's right. Mathematics don't lie. People lie. Peace. Peace.
Peace, family. We have a brother here wants some young guys to address the Parliament.
Hey.
Who? You?
He wants to speak.
Well, come on.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Hey.
My name is Truth. Lord Truth.
What, dog?
Lord Truth.
Truth. Hey.
False swear. They supreme mathematics, wisdom, understanding, having the power. Days decree is what he promised his nation he would do. Answer, that he will make a devil and grafted from his own people, and that he will teach them technology, which is a sign, and how to rule for 6,000 years. Today I want to speak about knowledge of self. 36 degrees states, what is the exact number of years, months, and days that will be birth on our planet? And 6,000.
Can't hear the brother, man.
Am I not speaking loud enough?
No. Come on, Black Seed. Come on, Black Seed.
Go. Hey. What is the exact number of years, months, and days that the devil being birthed on our planet? 6,420 years, 72,241 months, and 72,291 days at the date of this writing. Right? Knowledge of self. Knowledge of self is information and awareness of truth. So the reason that I chose the 36 degree is because I want to speak about knowledge of self. Right? Can you hear me in the back? Hey. Hey. So mathematically, I drew up my exact year, month, and date. Right? The power month of Master Allah Wah, right? And I learned how to count using the 1 through 40. Right? The power month on the knowledge equality day take me to the what? 16th degree, which is 5% of this whole part of the planet Earth. And so there's 4 righteous teachers who do not believe in the teachings of the 10%. They are all wise and know who the true and living God is. And teach that the true and living God is the Son of Man, the supreme being, black man, the baby. And teach freedom, justice, and equality to the human families of the planet Earth. Otherwise known as civilized people, also Muslims. I was able to mathematically calculate myself to the 16th degree and the 1 to 40 on my exact year, month, and day. Peace.
Peace. Peace, family. Peace. Peace. Man, listen, I'm just like God's divine prince of law. Nobody today, welcome to your universal parliament. I want to do it right now. Welcome to your parliament. Hey. Welcome to your parliament. Hey. Because you are more deserving of respect to have the truth be given to you than just some ramblings on. I'm called the divine prince of all the days mathematics is wisdom understanding. All right? I intend to wisdom my understanding, man, about this whole scenario that we're going through now. Now, in 2025, we talk about saving the children. Save them from what? Somebody answer that. Save them from what? Huh? Can we be specific? I think, let me speak. I think we need to address some of the issues that are causing our children to be in harm's way. The lack of proper education. Many of them now are confused about their gender because there's an agenda afoot by the same devils that we say we have the power to take out of here. Now, media in the hand of the devil is a very powerful tool. If you keep your ass inside the television, with the newspapers, and everything that's being broadcast, even some of these shows, you will be confused as hell about what's going on now. Now, everybody is such an uproar about Project 2025. You want to blame this, you want to blame that, but how many have read that? Very few. It's 995 pages long, put forth by the Heritage Foundation, which has been striving to make this day come about since 1981 when Ronald Reagan was president. But what does that have to do with Donald Trump's Agenda 47, where he wants to make America great again? Some say he wants to make it white again. Once again, religion is showing its head. Showing its head, because the people that are promoting all these changes that he wants to put into effect to so-called slim down the federal government, to save America from the incursion of immigrants, from all these transgenders that are coming by, not allowing our girls to be successful in their sport, to allow, all kinds of diseases to manifest themselves, because there's still a pharmaceutical agenda. If COVID-19 did not teach us that, then what are we talking about? We're supposed to be the wise of the wise and see the devil coming before he even gets there. We knew this day was coming. It's been a long time since I heard someone manifest about the fall of America. This is what is happening now cannot withstand. So I ask, save the children from what? It's relatively simple to keep the 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds at home, but we got a whole bunch of 15 to 25-year-olds that's out in the streets running wild. Running wild. The jailhouses are packed with young people. With young people. And it's no joke because the trap has been laid there. The school-to-prison pipeline is no joke. It's no joke. You have young black men and girls that are so frustrated with not envisioning a future of prosperity for themselves that they're out on the streets to get theirs any way they can. Now, I know full well what it means, man, to be a part of the game. In the 70s, I was a liaison, community liaison to one of the strongest gangs in South Jamaica. Quite a few of them. And some of them came under the tutelage of myself with his Bon Cecile, Justice Hakim. There were many guards in the desert that taught these gang members. And they went out there and addressed them. And a lot of them became guards. A lot of them. This is no joke. We had a remedy to get the youth involved in positive things. And many of them have found success. A whole lot of them moved out of New York City. They found success other places. Georgia, South Carolina. I don't know about Mississippi because Mississippi always been rough. But they're everywhere. We are everywhere. We talk about saving the children through what? Through education. Proper education always corrects error. It's not, man, I'm not teaching you patty cake. Or my whole focus on you is that you become involved in sports because that's your only way out, or entertainment. We talk business men being doctors and lawyers, architects, and a new reality for themselves. Because I want to tell you, America is on the way out. On the way out. There are two Americas at place here. Two of them. 1% rule the whole world. When we talk about the international bankers that are ruling this world, that is no joke. The Bank of International Settlement, the Rothschild family owns all the banks. There's not one government on this planet that is not under their thumb. And who's their back? Who's their back? United Nations. So we stand as a nation, man, that they're doing their best, man, to separate, to make us unaware, to make us disunited. Somebody mentioned before about COINTELPRO. I lived COINTELPRO before I came to this nation. That was one of the reasons I came, because I needed to have a place to go once they had disrupted everything. It has been my honor, man, to be your parliamentarian, man, for a quarter century. You know? But I'm going to tell you something. My life has not been easy. You know, we talk about trials and tribulations, going through hell to come out right. I can testify to that and stand as an example, man, of someone, man. It took 30 years for me to get 27 years clean.
Teach, God, teach.
Stabbed, shot, left for dead, kicked out, crazy as hell, walking the streets, homeless, riding the train, homeless. But had knowledge and had to struggle to get back. But when I got back, I stayed back, and I've been elevating ever since. You know, the richness is not to be someone that's seeking the limelight, but to be the light.
That's right.
To be the light.
That's right.
There's not, in many places you can go in this thing, the divine prince's name is not spoken, but I keep it humble, because I know, man, I have truth to bear. For me, the pen is mightier than the sword, but there's nothing, man, that competes with the spoken word.
That's right.
Someone that's able to get up here, man, and teach from this here, teach here, because this is where it all began. When I made my first parliament, man, I sat in the back. I knew one day I'd be up front, because I had a lot to give. And all of you have something to give, all you have value.
That's right.
Everyone, but we cannot allow, man, just anybody to come here and, man, distort it.
That's right.
Now, there was a time, man, there was no YouTube and all these other social media platforms. There was no, man, I ain't going to Parliament, I can watch it on a large mathematics FaceTime. We want to bring them back. So I come back. I can remember, and I think it's right, that we broke our neck to come to Parliament, man, by the bustle to hear certain people speak.
That's right.
To hear certain people speak. And Parliament was not like it was back then.
No, sir.
Not. You know, because if you was not right, they got you out here real quick. So what I'm saying, man, today on Wisdom understand the time we are in and what we are facing. And the only way to understand that is you got to study these devils, man, and keep on multiplying. Teach our children that they have alternatives. You know, because when you are educated, you have alternatives, man, to crime. You have alternatives to drug addiction. That is necessary, man, for the fathers to be involved in their children's life, the men and the girls. Nothing beats the father's love, because the mother can only do so much. She can only do so much. One day, that 8-year-old is going to be 13, 15, and he's going to have to venture out in these streets. But the streets right now, man, they're scared to death. They'd rather stay home and get fat and play video games all day. You know? But when I was coming up, man, the whole emphasis was to empower us, man, to, man, take the seats of power. To take the seats of power from these devils, because this is our land. This is our land. I say it all the time. You know, we were the first ones here before they even arrived here. And I want to tell you something, man. The way it's going now, do not be confused. Ain't nothing stopping us, man. You know, this knowledge is too powerful, and there's nothing, man, that the righteous cannot do, that we cannot achieve. That's all I really want to say. Anybody else want to build it? Can I say something now? Peace, God.
Peace. It's welcome to be home. Where Allah make this manifest, Father Quality Born. What's that? There's some understanding from my wisdom. You see my understanding, you will see. Okay, I want to make it very plain to y'all. We made it. We got a park, which is Mecca Park, right? I'm there night and day in making arrangements for us. Because we have to have somewhere to go. And I got Mecca Park. I want to start having parliaments over there. I want chess tournaments, dominoes, spades, handball tournament, talent search. You know, I'm one of the brothers that helped did African Street Festival. You understand what I'm saying? I'm one of the brothers that helped did, I did a lot of things. Because I got the knowledge of myself, and I got the knowledge of myself when I was only 17. You understand what I'm saying? And when I got the knowledge of myself, and what I learned to be a student enrolled from the head of Medina. I came from the head of Medina, Saeed, Sincere, University of Shamgar. They live in me. You know, I got a calling for Allah. All right? Not man, woman, or child. You know I cooked all over New York City. McGraw Hill Fighters Company, Colgate Company. I did that. New York City Housing, I did that in 64. Where was you at in 64? Coney Island Projects, I did that too. Getting Stage Shade Steam, I did that too. Allah got me home to take care and watch y'all. He told me, son, don't beg nobody. When you teaching civilization to those who savage, science, everything right, but you love peace and happiness, you will get your reward. Doors will open up for you. I want to do, brothers gonna make it happen. No, brothers gonna make it, brothers gonna work it out, sisters gonna make it happen. There you go. And I need volunteers. Y'all running around? I need volunteers for the park. I need 4 brothers and 4 sisters. 1 brother, come here, brother. Come here, brother. Come here, brother. This is one of the volunteers that came to the park and helped me get a lot of work in that park. I need a lot of brothers to come out here and learn your position in the nation.
Good brother, dog. Good brother.
Peace. I ain't asking. He came in, hand to hand, helped me clean up the park. We got a park for y'all, man. I want to do I'm getting ready to get a piece of money in another 2 or 3 weeks. I'm getting ready to do, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the party for the boys. Saheem, Sincere, God Deep. It was my educators. Y'all made it. I don't care how old you is. Islam is your way of life. This is your home. I got go-karts, right? Yep. I got blowers. Brothers gonna work it out. We have our own pressure washer business going on. I worked for Sam Lefrak. We could get that contract. Brothers talking about they're gonna do this and they're gonna 21, 22. Brother, don't have somebody to make the runway for the buses to come in. I'm talking about the Museum of Allah and its 5%. All my brothers and sisters that lay their life down, you gonna forget about them? That's why I'm fasting and praying for Allah Museum for his 5%ers. And 5%ers is the 5 boroughs of New York City. Don't get it twisted. When the law came out here, he came out here to deal with the deaf, dumb, and blind. You understand what I'm saying? He left the mosque. Some of them know you as clowns, some know him as pudding. I know him as pudding. We used to bust the whole avenue. But back to what I'm saying, because I don't want nobody to cut my wisdom.
Because I don't want to beat nobody up. I'm being honest with you. I'm tired of people dogging me while I'm speaking. I've been here with a lot. I was there when they put on all the other.
Was y'all there? When the Lord got assassinated?
Do you know that, brother? Peace and love.
Yeah, always.
See you in the park.
If you will.
They had a bulletin on radio. I was working for the Plaza Hotel.
1969, born equality. Where was you at?
Where was you at when they made an announcement on the radio the leader of the 5% got assassinated?
How do you think I felt
when I was telling all the cooks all over the world
about my father, my spiritual father, Allah?
He didn't judge you on face value. You remember 5%ers, we came from different homes. Some didn't have no homes. You understand something? We came from the ghettos of hell. We was gangs before we was 5%ers. You couldn't go to Mecca, you couldn't go to Medina. My family was chaplains, bishops, courtiers, buccaneers.
That's Akbar was tomahawk.
And he also was a cowboy. And also, he did his coalition.
And he was a 5%.
5%er is a poor righteous teacher. He's a savior.
That's what a 5% is.
He go out and save lives. Did somebody save your life? Were you a poison now you slave of a mental death and power? Wasn't you an 85%? So how you gonna cast a stone on somebody that's an 85% and you was 85%?
And you got the knowledge of yourself.
You ain't got 360 because you got to do 1, 2. Knowledge of understanding, that's 360. You have to go through solid liquids and gases, sun, moon, and star, then man, woman, and child. You have to go through baby stage, child stage, teenage, manhood. Energy don't die, energy changes one form to another. When we took his ashes and threw them out, look at it. I met brothers in Disneyland. I met brothers on a cruise. 5% is everywhere now. The teacher's out. Now it's time to make the Benjamins. You understand what I'm saying? I got for the Lord's Garden over there. I got a go-kart for the children. I got bouncy house for the kids, the children. We are the father of civilization. We don't ask nobody for nothing. The Lord said, get a job. You ain't got to get a trade. These people that coming over here now, Allah said he was going to come, and he told me, don't never forget that you're a New Yorker. You understand that? They coming out of home, getting our food, shelter, and clothing. The black man built America. God bless America. The black man built America. Jesus' name was God before his name was Jesus. In 1555 in Jamestown, Virginia, it was a ship called Jesus. That was a slave ship. That's why we were slaves, master, gods, creators. Nobody don't stop you from building. We have to have brothers to sign in. Brothers are dying in the hospitals, sisters are dying in the hospitals. You understand what I'm saying? That's the early street academy. We're supposed to train brothers and sisters to get back in society. Brothers don't work out, sisters don't make it out, the children don't show and prove. Sisters need to go in the hospital and check out those brothers that's dying and sisters that's dying. Y'all know the wisdom ability short degree. To kill a lot of this 5%, the Lord's name was mentioned in the lessons. I'm here. I'm your safety net. The law made me. I came from Allah's mind. Not no book of life, not no problem book. I came from mathematics. And mathematics is the father of every language. I got people coming from all over the world. Right here in New York. And I'm going to show them hospitality. Because I'm a New Yorker. You understand what I'm saying? I went to 600 school. I didn't go to regular school. You understand what I'm saying? Allah was like the Pied Piper to me. He took the rat, cat, and the dog out of me. But he sent the boys. The boys was no joke. These Catholic clown guys running around here, believe me, some can recognize me as freedom, but some will recognize me as penalty. Because I got a penalty for them. Because they begging. When I got my flag, I ain't paid for no flag. Mayor Lindsay gave me that flag. And you know, I took that flag, or brother man, no flag, I put it on his car. No flag don't represent me, I represent the flag. That's what I told all of them. Lord said, so you got your flag? I said, I am the flag. He looked at Justice, that's my son. B-O-R-L-R, they're my boys. You know, I don't know y'all brothers, a lot of y'all brothers out here no more. Y'all don't know I used to feed the whole rally. I used to take food from one organization and bring it to our nation. I'm always supporting the laws 360 degrees of knowledge. Nobody gonna come in and think they could buy this. Nigga, I'm gangster. I work with John Gotti, all the guys in Hustle 41. I've been with hustlers for years. Years. Who you think a man was? Puddin'. Who you think Puddin' was? He used to shoot crap and bust the whole avenue. He loved the girls. He loved to hang out. But he loved his children, the 5 barrels. He said, he was washing down the windows one day, cleaning the windows in the cabin. I said, Lola, why you clean the windows? He said, son, somebody got to do it. Them 5%ers ain't worth 5 cents. But they my 5%ers. That's what he said. They my 5%ers. When we marched from 126th Street to Central Park, Mayor Lindsay said, Allah's here with his 5%ers. After the father went back to the essence, because the planet Earth is the home of Islam. People are saying he's going home. This is home. The planet Earth is the home of Islam. Read your lessons. He went back to the essence. He went back to solid liquids and gases, and the sun tore that up. He got up to 6 and went back to 7. Not the max. So let me tell you something. In the Law 360, everyone that come in here and talk that yang, they die, don't they? Don't they die? You watch what you say in the Law 360. I was raised up in the Parliamentary. My name is Raheem Islam Allah. That was my name, Raheem, the most merciful one. And when I came in now, I had to get on the doom squad. Every brothers that come in the knowledge of self, they're supposed to be on the squad. That's why I'm over the FOAs, the fruit of all law. You know what I mean? I'm buying my own uniforms, my own karate gears. I'm having a bus ride from New York to Florida because I do get timeshares. I got land in South Carolina, a brick home. I left my home to come here because the nation, somebody trying to take over the father's house, and I don't like it. Okay? You know, that's our royalties. That's what he left us behind. You take that, you're taking all your rights away from you. You start from the bottom, then you work your way up to the top. We got a universal storehouse in the basement. All other organizations giving out food. Why y'all don't give out no food? You're talking about politicians. I know my man Al Sharp. He know me. Charlie Randall, he know me. These young brothers don't know about the politicians that I know. They call me freedom from left right. Any mayor that go out the left right, they got to come and see freedom. I'm not here to brag. I'm here because of the calling of our law for y'all. You don't have to sell no lessons and sell no flags. When someone come in the knowledge of self and they your student, buy a classroom. order the flags for them. If they're going to do something in the cafeteria, I want them in the park. They can sit up in the park, but not on holy ground. This is not holy ground. The law didn't come here. The law came in 126. All right? All right, get that straight. You know, but the bottom line when I'm telling y'all, we're going to be okay. Just don't turn your back on me because you're going to miss the conquer ride. The conquer ride is coming. I need brothers going to volunteer because we're going to have brothers going to work it out. I need supervisors because I'm going to be hiring people soon. I'm going to have my own payroll. I'm getting up my own payroll. They said the parliaments, I'll let them have this year. But next year, inshallah, if it's the will of Allah, I'm going to pay for the rallies. I don't need them to pay for no rallies. I come from the street. I could shake a pole and get me some money. You understand what I'm saying? You don't beg my brother, he just came out to join. I'm going to beg him. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something. Now, transit is hiring. That's my reading. Transit is hiring. All right? $20 an hour, clean it up. Just clean it up. And it gotta go in this month. Transit is hiring up $20 an hour up to $34 an hour. Transit. You got that information in the school, the transit hiring. Okay? I got it. And also, those for housing, anybody that need housing, it'll be up in the school too. Because all together. What I'm saying to you,
Good job,
y'all on that, powerful.
Yeah. Good.
We're going to do something for Powerful the Great in Medina.
Yeah.
You know, all the brothers that went back after that to the essence.
Rasheen moved me out the way.
That's what the whole thing is, brothers. I'm going to do the party with the Lord. And I need volunteers. You know what I mean? Everybody got to work on their position. Because I'm getting ready to jump on I'll be in Florida in another 2 months. You know, but I want to take care of the foundation. You know what I mean? Because you may make a suitcase full of money. May y'all have a nice day and peace and love. Thank you for your time. Oh, wow. Appreciate you. You know, like Allah B said, keep hope alive. That was my man, Allah B. Peace, God. Come to the park.
Peace.
If Mecca did this.